1, 2, 3. It's me, Law to the Nation. Back again with a promise. The man with the plan. I hope you understand. We got an excellent episode. Today, appreciate everybody for jumping in. Shout out to everybody that subscribed. I really do appreciate you all. Real. One up to all of the sponsors. The Willers and Dillers right there, Come on, Jerry, you got something to say today, right?
I want me some glory hole.
No doubt. Hey! You rocking with the nation. Yeah, I could have held that no longer. Didn't want to blow you guys away, by the way. DC for life. Shout out to all of the real ones. If you're a real one, let me see real one in the chat. Let me see real one in the chat. Come on. Subscribe to the nation. Let me see Law Dog in the chat if you subscribe to the nation, baby. Yeah. Come on. They say, ain't no party like a cowboy party. Yeah. Come on. Turn me up a little bit more. Turn me up a little bit more. Yeah. Where my dogs at? Yeah. Come on. Hit that subscribe button, baby. I see all of my Facebook gang. Y'all some real ones, for real. Huh? Yeah. Hey. Yo. Come on. Ain't no party like a Law Nation party. Yeah. Jarwin. Come on. Hey. Rewind for your mind. Watch Elite Dak Prescott. Yeah. Come on. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Let's CD Lamb. Now behold the Lamb. If you ain't having fun right about now, I don't know who you are. Huh? Come on. Yeah, the name is Law Nation, by the way. Really appreciate each and every last one of you all for being part of this episode. I really do appreciate you guys. I miss you. I was supposed to do something earlier this morning, but I got hit this way, hit that way. So, hey, when things happen like that, you just got to do what you got to do. Appreciate those who watched the film session this morning. I really appreciate the people that give me feedback on the film. And I really thank everyone who support Law Nation Sports, because we got some good news coming around the corner. It's going to be, give me that good news. It's some good news coming, baby. And I'm trying to hold it all in, and it's exciting that we're growing this way. And it's about to be, if you ain't on the Law Nation train now, I'm going to let you still be able to jump on the train. But I just remember the real ones, those who following me right now. Woo! They be like, Mama, there go that man again. Yeah, he just coming out with new stuff left and right. I sprinkle some of Mama's cooking on that stuff all day. Appreciate Kwame Brown, by the way. I'm sprinkling Mama's cooking everywhere. Shout out to Mama. I know you watch the channel. I really appreciate you. All of the good stuff that I do, it never been the same. It's all about making sure that you're unique as an individual, not afraid to do things, and then that's when somebody recognize your originality. They say, hey, dude, we want you. So come along, my friends, come along and get on and ride this train. Come on, Cowboy Nation. I know y'all ready, baby. But neither here nor there. The questioning about is Trayvon Diggs a lockdown cornerback? So many people so fixated on knowing that answer. They're like, hey, is he a lockdown? Do he have to be in a cover 3 scheme? Let me know. Let me get a yes or a no. Do he have to be in a cover 3 scheme? Are you guys aware what cover 3 really means in the scheme that we are running? Do he have to be a lockdown corner? That should be the answer. You know, the question in there I meant to say. Do he have to be the lockdown? Because so many people think that he got to shut down everything on his side of the field. And that's not the situation for cover 3, nor for cover 2, by the way. A little bit you can probably say, yeah, I can rest my faith on cover 2 as it relates to a shutdown. But as a cover 3 scheme is primarily a zone defense. I'm giving you the underneath. There's going to be a situation and a scenario that even when Trayvon Diggs is manned up close to the close to the receiver, I meant to say, that's good. That's good that he's versatile in a sense to do that. But that compromised the defense, collectively speaking. Y'all ain't feeling me right now. You know, I feel you. You know, you got your deep thirds, right? You got your hooks, you got your flats. But a cover 3 is a zone defense, regardless of where you look at it. When it comes to cornerbacks, the safeties protecting the deep thirds of the field, each sideline is covered by their corners. The sideline in the middle of the field by the safety. That leaves 4 defenders to cover the underneath zone. And when you think about this, Cowboy Nation, and when you understand the notion that the Dallas Cowboys, regardless of how they run their scheme, we're going to give up some yards underneath. That is the weakness of the cover 3. And cover 2, the weakness is in the middle of the field. See, we need more athletic running. We need more athletic linebackers. I said running back, but you guys get what I'm saying. More athletic linebackers to cover their flat on a consistent level. We are doing a good job on defense. Not a great job. We're doing a good job. It's never been about, hey, can we be the number 1 defense? Overall, Pro Football Focus, and I know you can look at them kind of sideways, but overall, the Cowboys, collectively speaking, number 1 team in the NFL. Now, can we improve on our defense? Yeah. But our defense is designed to give you the underneath. And the moment you think that you got this thing all understood, that's when Diggs play that man on you. That's when the coaching staff and the philosophy of Dan Quinn allow him to ad-lib a little bit. Allow him to trust his reads. You know the big play, the touchdown that was given up, Kazee had all of the right intentions, right? And shout out to my grandmother, may she rest in peace. Well, the old folks right. There's people in hell with great intentions, right? He intended on, coming down to make the play, but he just missed. And he was the last line of defense. And my guy, Diggs, he played lackadaisy underneath. Appreciate everybody for tuning in. Adam, thank you for being part of this show. Steve, appreciate you guys. Share game. Appreciate everybody that's in the Share Game community. So I don't want people to look at style points. I don't want people to say, well, this team need to win in a certain way. No, forget style points. I don't care if it's ugly. We're 5-1. We're 5-1, and I got enough of the fan base to say, well, Law, Hold on, man. Is it time to fire Mike McCarthy? Is this what you settling for, Mike McCarthy? I mean, I got multitudes of people in the comments section, and I know we call it the peanut gallery. But come on, you can't be that silly to say to yourself, we would rather go back to the Garrett administration than to be right where we at now, 5-1. Clock management, yeah, it's terrible right now. But I come here to tell you guys right now, if you are able to hear what I'm saying, let me turn my volume up even more. And I'm not going to tell you to lean forward because I love y'all that much. But I come here to tell you guys that there's no complete team in the NFL in October. I know, I get it. A lot of people look at the Arizona Cardinals and they say, hey, they undefeated right now. Law, what are you saying? They will get punched in the face. And their reality is not going to hit until later on down the season. It's going to be knocking. But they're a solid team, but they're not complete. Don't let that fool you right now, Cowboy Nation. I've seen before, and I'm not saying that the Cards fall in this category. I would never forget. I would never, ever, 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 ever forget. The Detroit Lions went 5-0. I think it was 6-0, something like that. I forgot. But they didn't even make the playoff. I forgot. I said I'll never forget, but I forgot. But I think you guys can Google it right quick. 6-0. Oh, they red hot. Nobody wins the Super Bowl in October. Excuse me, nobody wins the Super Bowl in November as well. Wake up call. We still trying to improve on everything. I've seen people, and shout out to you if you're watching. I'm not going to yell your name out to the high heavens. Oh, now it's time to move on from Amari Cooper. Look at the game that Lamb had. And that's a problem that I got to just continue to yell at y'all. Because you can't just sit here and say, okay, yeah, this is a good game with Lamb. Now it's time to move on from Cooper. When you go back and you watch the game and you see the coverage, the safety, roll into Amari Cooper's side, right? It's good. It's lovely. When you go back and look at the film, go back. I just did a whole film session. There was no two. There was no safety over the top on Lamb. Lamb did exactly what he's supposed to do. Eat. One-on-one coverage. The team was foolish enough to play that single high and said, hey, we're going to stop the run. We're going to shut Ezekiel Elliott down, which they didn't. I don't want people to go down that alleyway as well. I challenge anybody. Look, a lot of people think they know football until they start talking. Call in. I'll be like, call in, and nobody call, Single high safety, we load in the box. We trying to stop Ezekiel Elliott. If anybody say Ezekiel Elliott trash, man, they don't know what they seeing. The Patriots was only giving or allowing 3.8 yards per. Cowboys said, you know what? We got 4.1. Still got north of 120 yards. Don't look at the individuals. Let me repeat, don't look at the individuals. This is a two-headed monster now. Tony got his and Ezekiel Elliott. This wasn't no one-way situation. And if it was easy, see, everybody think it's easy. Everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, Tupac, and Biggie think it's easy to beat the Patriots on their field, right? Or in their warehouse. But it is not. If so, then Dak Prescott's name wouldn't have been the only quarterback to throw for 445 yards. If that's the case, next week there should be several other quarterbacks that play against the Patriots to throw north of what Dak Prescott exhibits and exudes, right? See, the argument last year, year before that, Cowboy Nation, is that, yeah, Dak can throw, but it was in garbage time. Oh, my goodness. Now we're seeing that there's no garbage time out there. Dak Prescott will be ready against the Vikings. There's no need to shake the house. I've seen somebody say shake the house, No need to shake the house now. Dak Prescott will be ready against the Vikings. But neither here nor there. We came here to listen to Jerry Wayne and things. I really appreciate everybody for jumping in, and we'll go back to the convo on Trayvon Diggs, the hate that he gets. I never understood how we at one point couldn't find an interception, even if the ball hit you right in the face mask, in the hands. And now here we go. We got a guy with 7 of them, right, in 6 games. Hey, he's going to catch an interception this bye week. Watch. He's just going to catch an interception. If ESPN, 4-letter network, 3-letter network, smart, they ought to have one of those broadcasts. And then, da-da-da, Trayvon Diggs caught another interception. Sprinkle some of that mama's cooking, right? In the bye week. That would be good right there, right? That would be great marketing. I'd be giving people $1 million ideas, But neither here nor there.
We all got brought down a little bit afterwards hearing about Dak's injury. What can you tell us about it, and are you worried about his availability for the Vikings after the bye?
Well, I think the fact that the bye is there, my feeling is that ought to take care of it in terms of enough time for it to get to where he can really compete normally. So I think I would be probably a little concerned, concerned if we were playing this week. But the fact we've got 2 of them in good shape yet.
Do you think
of me, my mind, Dr. Jones being comfortable?
Do you think this is a bad
Jones,
time
baby,
to have a bye when you're rolling? You win 5 in a row. Sometimes you want to bye when you're injured or with a little bit of injuries, but you lose a couple games in a row, get out of there, reset. Is this a bad time for a bye week?
Yeah, there are pros and cons of your timing on your bye. That's one of those I don't have to worry about because I don't ever no one gets to decide when your bye is. And so that one is like worrying about the sun coming up. And so the point is once you know when you're going to have your bye, do a little planning. And that could help you evaluate, could help you do some things that just advance notice knowing. But I think in this particular year, with as much talent, if you will, as we have not playing, anything that we can get that buys us some time to get those guys playing is a good thing for us.
Jerry, is there any extra meaning when we're previewing New England? We're talking about the legend and Belichick and what type of game plan is he going to come up with, and Dak versus that type of mind. Are we overhyping that? Is there extra meaning in the way that Prescott played versus a guy like Belichick in that defense?
Oh, I don't think was any overhype. We want to call out and have our fans anticipate nuances of matchups.
Yeah,
that's very important to the game. That has continued interest in what's going on out there. That's very good. But make no mistake about it, Belichick, Bill, is and should be in a comfort zone of his career. That, boy, can he make adjustments. And he can do it in a series. He can do it in a quarter. He just makes adjustments. A lot of people in coaching, that's lip service. They don't make those kinds of adjustments. They are in a comfort zone with their game plan or what they just maybe can, frankly, their players execute better. So they'd rather run what the players do better than the adjustment calls for. But Bill, to his credit, and he gets players that give him that kind of flexibility, and he runs schemes that give him that kind of flexibility. So he's a rough guy to play. Romo has probably helped me in terms of his the last few years when he's been visiting with a lot of coaches around the league, and it's been real good to listen to him. And I'm not talking about listening privately necessarily, but just listen to him talk about the nuances of how these coaches approach this game, because he is one he's got a real gift among many to really analyze what coaches are thinking and what their tendencies are.
Well,
That's good stuff from Jerry Wayne and things. He was talking about the adjustments aspect of Bill Belichick and his ability to make those things for all of those courses of the years. And then he talked about how Romo is able to help him out in a sense, whereas knowing what the coaches are thinking. Now, before we hit play again, he's right. He's right. Bill Belichick would take a guy like a Jawan Bentley, and now you're looking out like, hey, man, this dude is lights out, But before that time frame, you be like, man, come on, man. That ain't no Bentley, you know what I'm saying? But Bentley played his you-know-what off. And that is just what Bill Belichick is known to do. They didn't give up anything that's cheap. Everything that the Cowboys played on that day, they had to earn every bit of it. Let me repeat. They had to earn every bit of it. It was nothing easy. And I don't know how he do it with Wise. I don't know how he do it with that front, Wise, the other Wise on that team. I don't know how he was able to do that with those boys up front. But they fly out to the ball, they pursued, and it wasn't a cakewalk. And if it was, you'll see multitudes of other quarterbacks carving up the Patriots' defense. They just don't do that. So let's listen to more of what Jerry Wayne had to say.
Good.
Can you please tell Tony next time you see him to stop trying to get Kellen Moore hired as a head coach for the second daggone broadcast? He's saying Kellen won't be here next year. So tell Romo to hush up on that if you wouldn't mind.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm proud of him, Tony. I'm proud of both of them, but I sure am proud of Tony as well. And he really adds a dimension. And I want to say this for the umpteenth time. My biggest mess up in Jerry's mind is not winning the Super Bowl while we had Tony Romo.
Jerry Jones, right here on Sean and RJ. You're talking about players coming back. One of them is Lael Collins. Are you anticipating Jerry going back to normal with Lael and Tyron as your offensive tackles?
Well, our team is fortunate to have him back. It's great to have him back. I know it has been a real challenge for him not being on that football field in many, many ways. But he is an outstanding football player and recognized as that all over the NFL. And, boy, anytime you can help your especially offensive line after you've got to use it. On the other hand, you couldn't have drawn up somebody that took advantage and just before your eyes get better and better on each practice than Steele.
Yeah.
So we've got a great situation there.
What you gonna do, Jerry?
In my view, of course, you'll have Lyle come in here, and that's the way that we do it normally. Is the incumbent does have his position. Now, that's not a golden rule. At all, and but I would see before we're through having them both out there quite a bit in every game.
Both. Woo! Y'all hear that? Uh-oh. Jerry, keep sprinkling some of this good information. Oh, just to moonwalk back just a little bit about what he said with Tony Romo. I think that with better coaching and better situations, he would have gotten that wish if he were to just have and implement, tations of that. 2006, that was the fumble, when he dropped the snap or what have you. That's your playoff win there, right? If those things didn't happen in 2006, and if somehow you squeeze Parcells because they were so amped up for it, right? In 2007, that's when they went to Cabo. But I believe in the hearts of hearts, if you just squeeze Parcells and say, hey, I'm begging to you, man, can you come back for one more year? I think 07 would have been it. If not 07, with better coaching, 2009 would have been it. And 2014 Those were opportunities. 14, of course, Dez catch, no catch. But I look at the missed kick from Dan Bailey as well as the fumble from DeMarco Murray. Those plays played a pivotal role, right? Right. So we can rehash the past all we want, but 14, 2009, 07, and 2006, those were like that window of time and opportunity. So hopefully Jerry can see something and say to himself, all right, cool. Let me see what I can work out with this particular team, because we don't want to be saying, well, hey, 2021 was the year. We could have did something different, right? We want to be able to push that thing down, right? Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's listen back to Jerry Wayne and things.
How's Tyron doing physically? Is he okay?
Yes, and I say that with as far as concerns about his foot there during the game. I think that that's going to be okay.
Is there anything else Trayvon Diggs can do to surprise you?
Well, again, I think he's, his confidence level when you say, can you use those kinds of skills and even enhance your confidence? I saw Dion get better and better as time went along. And, of course, he had that tremendous burst and could bait the receivers. And so I do look for Diggs to get better.
Jerry, I'm about to put a poll on Twitter, and I know it's going to happen. It's going to say yes, and I'm just going to tell you that the results are going to be yes. But can we please have Micah as an edge rusher exclusively? I'm begging you.
Uh-oh. What are you going to say?
Well, you think about when you've seen him just stay in the mix, is it a better place for the mix? The thing I want to point out is that he may be one of the most unique players rushing from the middle. And he can do it. I question he did that in college and was very effective in college with literally pressure in the middle. And I said, well, but I've never seen that. You can't do that consistently in the pros. You just can't do it.
Big boys in the
well, he can. And one of his best rushes of the year was getting knocked off balance on a rush in the middle and the pressure in the middle and making the play. So my point is, we need him there. What we do have is a situation where we've got in Neal and in Cox, and frankly in Van Der Esch, we've got players that do a great job staying with those tight ends that can stay with those receivers as linebackers go. That extra 40 pounds, 30 pounds does not give you the same mobility usually as a D-back has. But we can stay with receivers. And you're right. What we've got is a chance to have a maybe brilliant pass rusher, and we'll use him.
All right. So the answer, I guess, the long answer, the quick answer would be no. He like him everywhere, and I'm not mad at it. I'm just saying that the most effective. He's not answering. Shout out to you, D Hood. D Hood telling the truth. Well, yeah, D Hood. He said, yeah, he ain't answering that question there. And I forgot what. Yeah, you go right here. He's not answering that question. Jerry is not answering that question. D Hood, you 1,000% right. Keep him guessing, but he I'm trying to be PC a little bit with it, but it's going to take time for Big Bo to be Big Bo. And Osa is doing a hell of a job for doing what he's doing. Two different type of positions, by the way. But in order for guys to see the consistent pressure that Jerry Wayne is lamenting, come on, say it with me. I'm pushing big body, can't stop me. For the 9-8, I got to sell 1 million copies. You need a Haloti Nada. You need a Vita Vea. You need a big boy that's going to gobble, 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 gobble. For that linebacker to consistently shoot through that A and B gap. To shoot through, well, he can shoot through the B, but shoot through that A, that's big man territory. And you got to have somebody that can do that on a consistent level. Now, we're doing a great job with some lean guys like Carlos Watkins as well as Brent Urban. But it's not on the level where we should be or want to be or what have you. That's just how it goes. And when Gallimore get back, he's a big boy, but he's not 340, 350. You know, he's going to play more of a 3-tech. He's not a 1-tech. But I feel what you're saying. Like Gallimore, he got that weird Canadian strength, you know. and that's just how that goes. But he's not going to be that guy. You just consistently lean that body weight. And I'm not saying you go out there and just get a fat guy, you know. No, you know, but that's just how it goes. When we look at this team, overall, we're doing a great job according to the metrics, but we just got to improve in so many categories. Let me see if I can show you guys this right here. Okay. And you don't have to follow these guidelines or what have you, but overall, Cowboys are number 1 in the NFL. Now, 21st in defense, that's because of the metric. Like I said, when I open up with my opening statement, I was telling everybody, we're going to give up a lot of yards underneath. Cover 3 scheme primarily. We give you the underneath. It's a bend but don't break type of defense as well. But now what you're saying differently is that this particular team are getting takeaways, taking the ball away, and they got playmakers on the ball. Like, these guys got range. Even though DeMonte Kazee, I'm mad at him, but he got range. He can get there. He can force it. He can make you play, okay, I got to worry about this now. But in order for us to improve, look, like I said, there's no complete team. No complete team in October. We got a long way to go. And on top of that, let me see if I can pull up, pro football. Let me see, pro football. Let's pull up the Cardinals, since we want to pull up them. And you'll see. I think I looked this up the other day. Cards, the Rams. Rams really good on both sides of it. Who else? Ravens, they good too. But here's the Cards. It's balanced. 9th in defense, 7th in offense, 8th overall. Let's pull up. Give me 1 second. Let me pull up. Name me another team that's up there. Let's see. Packers. Let's pull up Packers. Let's see how those boys are doing over there. I thought I pulled them up earlier. Let's pull up the Packers. 8th in offense, 15th in defense. I think we can get them. Really, we can really get them. All right, the Bills. I'm glad that you mentioned them. Somebody mentioned the Bills. Let's pull up the Bills. Give me 1 second. Bear with me. Appreciate your patience. Yeah. They lost the other day, too. Defense. 2nd in defense, 16th in offense. 29th in special teams. There's holes. There's no complete team, by the way. 7th in overall. Yeah. And we'll pull up Kansas City. We go line by line. We'll line them all up, City. Give me 1 second. PFF. Give me 1 second. I'm going on a whole other screen. Y'all look at that one right quick. Kansas City Chiefs. Come on. I don't know how many windows I can have open. I got all these windows still open, by the way. All right, so they're 6th in offense, 31st in defense. Like I said, boy, oh boy. Look, you got a number one. Whenever we play them, I'm telling everybody, call your mama. Call Ashanique with Pookie and Ray Ray and say, hey, can you watch the kids? Can you call Shirley? Can she cover my shift? Because that game on that day is going to be nice. But let me tell you something who's doing good in their metrics right quick. And this is the team that all we try to do is get out of this playoff alive when we get there, because I'm quite sure we're going to be there. But this is the most balanced team altogether, collectively speaking. You know, they got a quarterback that can throw it around the field, and they got defense that you got to really say to yourself, man, you better not sneeze on it. And, of course, they're 5-1 as well. Now, think about it. They've been in the playoff for multiple years under Sean McVay. And that is where I want my Cowboys to get at on the defensive side. Not number one collectively, but I want my Cowboys to get a little bit down. Because where we at? 21st? If we can get into that 9 category, right? If we can get over there into that realm, you know, that would be a better situation for us. Because we 21st on defense. And I know we giving up a lot of stuff, but we still have to find, look, everyone have a reason, but results are what matter, right? So if we can improve, if it's a phone call we have to make and say, hey, big boy, come on over, man. And I know we getting D-Law back eventually, hopefully. We getting Navarre, Gallimore, Tristan Hill, we getting all of those boys back. But we just got to marginally improve a little bit to help out this number one offense. Because overall, there's no team based on these metrics. Based on these metrics, and I know you got to play, you can't just go off the number. But overall, there's no team that's better than the Cowboys. Overall, collectively speaking. Look, everybody else, 18th for the Chiefs, 12th for the Green Bay, 7th for the Bills, 2nd for the Rams. Did I miss out a team? Do you guys? And primarily, we're looking at the NFC teams, basically. Bills, I can just throw them out. I'm not even worried about AFC teams right now. Not worried about AFC teams. We got the Super Bowl on the NFC time, got to go through the NFC. It's about Tampa Bay, since they are an NFC team. Let me pull up Tampa Bay for a quick second, because I think that they are a well-balanced team. And balance is key. Balance is key. Let's see what Tampa. Their defense lacking too. All right, 17th on defense. They tied for 17th. 2nd in offense. They can move the ball. And they're 5th overall. You know what? I'm not overlooking anything, but dog it, I want us to continue to win. I want us to be in home field advantage. I don't want to go to L.A. I don't want to go down there in Tampa. Cowboys. See, that's what I'm saying? Like this race right here, what we doing right here is good. We 5-1. We got a little issues with clock management, yeah. We got a little issues with red zone, but there's no complete team in October. So that's on the offensive side of the coin. Our special teams, it came all the way down to 20. If that's good, that's better, that's improvement. I believe that block kick helped us out, by the way. But if I can get look, this is what I want. Everybody got Christmas lists and things that they want for Thanksgiving as well, as far as turkey and everything. I want to win, of course. But I want us to improve in some of the categories that can really propel us. Oh, where is that on defense? Where is that, Law? We got to tackle better. Parsons, we got to figure out a way to make him more impactful. I'm not saying that he's not where he's at. I'm not saying that he's not, but I know for sure in that Chargers game, the dude made some impactful plays. Oh, excuse me, in that Eagles game, the guy made some impactful plays playing off of that edge. So I need more impact, baby. If I can get, if my goal, what I want for Christmas, right, we all want the Super Bowl, yeah. But my short-term goal, I want my defense not to be right at 21st. I want us to improve in our overall metrics so that we can get at least, and I'm paraphrasing because it'll take me too long to go by line on this defense and say points given up, points, you know what I'm talking about, Cowboy Nation. Yeah. But you guys, you can tell me what you want, right? Like what number that you would like for this defense to be at, to be a well-balanced team, right? Because the Rams right now are saying, okay, if we play a perfect game, nobody's beating us. We got number one defense win championships, and on top of that, we got an offensive power weapon that can score at will. We got a quarterback that can launch the ball all over the field. And right now they're saying all we got to do is improve on our special teams. And we will have home field advantage throughout the playoff. No. The talk and the contract of everybody's mouth should be in the Cowboys land. If we want people to come through Dallas, we want people to knock on Dallas' door. We got home field. We got the first week bye. In order for you to go to the Super Bowl, you got to come to us. Come see me. Pull up on me. That's what we should have. Right. We should be able to say, hey, Diggs, come on. You passing on this side of the field? I got the shovel. I'm ready to dig it. Can you dig it? That's what we need to do. We need to bring this type of impact. Right? Quite sure that's how the Rams are feeling right now, right? I'm quite sure. No, but that belongs to us. I'm greedy, huh? I'm greedy. All right. That's enough of me yelling. But, hey, home field. Now, Law is not afraid to go on the road to whoop some you-know-what. Right? Law is not afraid to go on the road. Bring them. We right here. But it's good for teams to pull up into Arlington Stadium or Stadium, And they had to see the Cowboys wear that beautiful white jersey out there. Yeah. They had to see the Cowboys with that horn when they were just going left and right. Bring the Legills, make them shake. Now I like when we play on that turf. Faster. How did they get there, Law? Playing it right now. Winning. Say, baby, you got to come through Dallas. You got to come through Dallas. Even though we lost to the Green Bay Packers in our stadium that one time. It was in 2016. But I'm quite sure this is a whole different type of vibes. I recall, hell, even in 2014, I said, man, if we get that home field, baby, we didn't have to go to the frozen tundra. We didn't have to go to the Lambeau. They had to come to us. A little bit better for us. And the right slum was good, 210. The Reaper. We got to figure that out. Cowboy Nation. We do. We got to figure that out. Shout out to 105.3 The Fan. Those boys, like I say, they always doing a wonderful job. Let me share this content. Be sure to check them out. Yeah, click that link right there that you get to the interview without me pausing and rewinding on it, and you guys can listen to it straight off.
I'd question to you guys if Diggs right now is a shutdown corner or if he is playing at a high level and able to get forced turnovers. Because I don't know that he's shut down yet. I don't know that you can just, you're never throwing the ball over there. And Mike has been asking that for the last 2 weeks now. When do teams start saying we're not throwing his direction? But I also want to know, is he shut down or is he just one of those guys that it strikes fear because if I put it over there, I'm probably going to throw an interception?
I mean, look, I know it's early in the season, but when I look at the interceptions along with shutting down Mike Evans, who we all think is a damn good wide receiver, I think I do believe that he's a shutdown quarter, and people can blow me up and be like, it's been 4 games, it's his second year, but I think you're seeing the beginnings of that, and this could turn out to embarrass me in the future, but for now, I'm going to go with yes.
Okay, all right, and that's I don't know that he's shut down yet, but you present a really good point, because Mike Evans, yes, Tom Brady should have been looking his way all day long. And he looked over there and was like, I got to go somewhere else. And he did throughout most of that game. So, but that's the thing. Somebody just texted in. The reason that Diggs is getting INTs is because of the pressure. And I think
I have no issue with that.
I think they're both.
Yes.
Like, I think that the coverage is good. So guess what? Pressure is happening because a quarterback can't just sit there and hold on to it too long. He can't sit back there all day. And the quarterback is like, oh, crap, here come the guys. But on top of that, I have nowhere to throw. So I got to do something with the ball. And that's creating interceptions.
Well, it worked hand to hand. Shout out to everybody that's watching. Be sure to hit that like button for your brother and share this content and subscribe. It goes hand in hand. Pressure bust pipes, right? And when we think about Trayvon Diggs, the one thing that we do know that the guy, he understands route concepts. Let me repeat, he understands route concepts. And his brother, Stephon Diggs, hey, he's a hell of a good route runner, right? But there was an argument out there that even Trayvon Diggs probably would have been even more of a deadlier route runner, right? But my thing is, in a cover 3 scheme, you don't necessarily need that shutdown. Now, it's something that we got as it relates to a person. When you throw the ball that way, then they can pick it off. That's good. And let teams be foolish. Let teams continue to try it, right? We're this close for that narrative to be shifted. All Kazee had to do, you know what I'm saying? If he'd have made the play on the ball, but the hesitancy could have been the NFL finding him last week, right? The week before last, what have you now. But my thing is, Cowboy Nation, let's not be looking for a certain thing when we already got a good thing. It's good that teams are continuing to try to throw the ball and fit it that way, opposed to just targeting Anthony Brown, right? And from a Pro Football Focus reference point, I think Anthony Brown is grading out better than Diggs, believe it or not, in certain categories, and especially against the run. So, but let's not get that twisted, because I've seen literally on tape Diggs come down and feel Diggs being the aggressor, even getting flagged for it, for crying out loud, because he is in the face type of guy. So let's not put him in a category of soft Diggs. Diggs is digging up. He's digging it up. He's digging it up. So let's pull that up right quick, just for reference points. So I like to be Anthony Brown. I think that's how you spell his name. Brown. There you go. Come on, Ant. Yeah. Overall, 75.4. Run defense, 73.4. Coverage, 74.2. All right, so, and like I said, you do not marry these grades or whatever. You couldn't even see it. Okay, there you go. Now you can see it. You don't marry these grades, of course. You got to look at the tape. That's why the tape. And let's pull up Diggs, right? Trayvon Diggs. Let's see. Y'all bear with me. 61.9 overall. But there's not a man on this planet that would say, hey, give me Anthony Brown over Trayvon Diggs. Not a man on this planet, Not a man on the planet. 29.9 on run defense. Now, that's just crazy. I don't see any – when I pull up Trayvon Diggs' tape, I don't see why that is 29.9 on run defense. I just don't see it. I don't know where they're getting this grading from, but I'm not sitting here saying that I'm going to sully and denigrate these boys for putting this guy at 29.9 and then give that man a 61.9 overall, 71.9 as it relates to coverage ability. And then juxtaposed to Anthony, get down Brown, 75 overall, 74.2 coverage ability, and 73.4 against the run. Maybe you guys got the questionings and the answerings there. But who would take, show of hands right now, stand on that hill, because I've seen some apologies for Anthony Brown. Show of hands, who would take Anthony Brown over Diggs right about now? Right about now. Who would do that? I just need to know. You know what I'm saying? What's up, Sadiq? Well, shout out to you, Chris Davis. Nobody. Tony, hold on. It may be somebody in here now. They say if you're scared, go to church. Donovan Wilson was in the game. Yep, he was. Lawrence Cool said, nah, dog.
And that's, when Mike, when you say that,
Steve said he loved
hey,
both of them.
when will teams start throwing away? As long as they're getting pressure, those are going to present those moments of, crap, I have to just get rid of the ball. Let me throw it to my best option, and that could create another turnover.
And I would be willing to wager, there's outliers that are just flat out special players. When you're talking about, Reggie White, Lawrence Taylor, Deion Sanders, it probably didn't really matter what was happening around them in the different levels of the defense. They were going to be awesome no matter what. But I think by and large, if you look at the success of the defense, is especially like Corey just said, that first level and that third level, they're intricately intertwined. Mm-hmm. Is if you can cut down half a second that quarterback has to throw, then you're more likely to not have to get a good pass off or have an easier shot at breaking something up, and vice versa. If you have corners that can cover for that extra half a second, you're more likely to get that extra step or two and knock down the quarterback. So I absolutely think those two things work in tandem.
I think it's very.
Marilyn, I was just asking a rhetorical question, though. Don't crucify me. She said, "Are you really asking that question? Come on, Law. Come on. No, this is a rhetorical question, by the way. A little sarcasm, just a little bit. Come on. Yeah. Don't shank me with the butter knife now. Don't walk up on me. Huh, Law, come on. You got that shovel around this mug, huh? I'm going to shovel you around. I'm going to got something for you. I got something for you. Y'all know how that thing go, Cowboy Nation. No.
Very tough to choose between Parsons and Diggs.
But those are your two right now, right?
I think so. Obviously, DeMarcus isn't playing, and I get DeMarcus is a good player, but he's not Reggie White. He's not Lawrence Taylor. He's not TJ Watt. He's not in that category of, oh my God, he's going to destroy our quarterback if we don't give a lot of help all the time. It's no, he's very good. He can get to the quarterback at times. He's very good run stopper, very good player in the NFL. But right now, he can't do what Micah Parsons does. He can't play three different positions.
Right.
He plays one position. Mm-hmm. And so Micah can play three different positions. And then Trayvon Diggs is a turnover machine.
Yes.
The best turnover player in the NFL. And DeMarcus isn't a turnover player. He's a very good player on a team. Everybody would want him. He could start on any team in the NFL. But right now, what Diggs and Micah are doing and the versatility of Micah, they're the people you're choosing from. Even when, and hopefully DeMarcus Lawrence comes back healthy.
That was the end of that episode there. For those who need access to that video and episode, go right here, click on that link right there. And while you're here, why don't you slap that like button for your brother. Slap that like button for me. My thing is, who believe less is more? Less is more. Less is more. Parsons playing three different positions is good, but I believe right now, less is more. Let's get some more impactful plays from him. And now he is learning. We are building the plane while it's in the air, but probably less is more. And on top of that, be good at one thing and try to learn to focus on one thing before you try to do things on the other. So that's what I believe. The Cowboys should be able to operate within the confines of that part of it, Cowboy Nation. They should. They should operate within that type of notion. How can we improve on that level? Because what we're saying is that you got them stretched out here, you got them stretched out there, and that could be the issue. That could flat out be the issue, Cowboy Nation. So we'll find out. They said turn up the sound. I think, can you hear me now? What about now? Testing, mic check. Yeah, can y'all hear me now? Is it better? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Or do you have to lean forward a little bit? No. What is it? Y'all let me know. Is it good? All right, good. Yeah. We got a lot of time left. I didn't know I'd run through these topics that quick. All right. Let me just peep around. I think a lot of people still are on their vacation mode. Let me just double check right quick. I got another topic, but I don't want to run into it right quick. Let's go right quick to here. Y'all give me a thumbs up if y'all want to do call-ins. We don't have to, but if y'all want to, we can do that too. Cowboys coach. I'm right here, Mike McCarthy on game management. On his game management, does it extremely well. More importantly, I want all our fans to know consciousnessly. He do work on a lot of things. Shout out to you, John. It's your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you, man. Can we talk about Connor Williams? Yeah. Let's see. Will, nice. Appreciate you. All right. So shout out to everybody. If your birthday was this month and if your birthday today, happy birthday to you. It's a blessing to be and making it all the way around 365, right? To make another day, to get beyond that 365th day and to be here on this planet, on this plane, for another one. Posey says, open the phone line so we make them lean forward. Yeah. All right, so let's do this one quick thing right here because I really like to slap something. And let's go with it right quick.
They called that game tonight, but at least we were able to overcome the Patriots and the Zebras. Shannon, is it a bad idea for Zeke to call out the refs?
Let it go. Skip, you know how this thing's they balance out over the course of a game and over the course of the season. There are going to be times that you're going to get called. You're going to look back like, man, I got away with one there. Man, I held on that play, or I blocked in the back on that play. It balances out over the course of the season. There was no reason. Now what you do is you're paying a target. They're going to be looking at you. Like, oh, you want to call us out? Now, you do realize that they read the papers, too. They watch television also. I understand that you think this is not their full-time job. They have normal jobs Monday through Friday in which they watch television, they read paper, they get online, and they hear things like this. Oh, so y'all thought we've showed them preferential treatment and we was going against you guys. Oh, okay. Okay.
So what do that mean, Shay Sharp? Why don't you lean forward? It's hard to make things as it relates to a sport that's opinion-based with the aficionados. Although he's speaking the facts on the fact that Zeke should have just kept his tongue. But my thing is, this is a known pattern that's going on with the Cowboys versus anybody. That we see issues like this over and over again. So at what point do you say, hey, that is the rapist right there. That is the person that's molesting such and such. When at some point you got to call out the person that's doing you harm. I recall we looked at the overhead view. We looked at the sideline view. We looked at all of the views on Dak Prescott in the end zone. We can see the football as it relates to anybody else a touchdown, right? And it didn't just happen once. If it happened once, okay, that's cool. But we seen it happen again. So at what point do you say, hey, they using the broom with no grease. They hitting us inside. They are raping us right now, When are you going to come out and speak? Right? Because at some point, nobody is listening. We can be banging on the table saying that Dez Bryant caught the ball. Be right. And everybody calling us, see, Cowboy fans, y'all whine too much. For the NFL, 4 years later, say, you know what? Dez caught it. We was right the whole time, but look at the 4 years. How many days there are in 4 years, you know? Somebody put that number down in the chat. So I applaud Ezekiel Elliott. I applaud it. He gonna give now the official knowledge, he is right. They will remember. They got a memory like an elephant. But I can't wait for ESPN 30 for 30. What if I told you? When Ezekiel Elliott once retired, right? And he talks about how Roger Goodell screwed him with the broomstick. You know what I'm saying? With no grease or Vaseline, right? And nobody else got shafted the way he did. Sullied and ridiculed. Molly all on First Take or ESPN, whatever show she was on, crying. She was literally crying. But we seen a dude, a kicker for the Giants, banging on the door, beating down his wife, and not one shed tear. We've seen stories of Tyreek Hill, and I'm not trying to put the toothpaste back in the tube, but did something as egregious as punching his girlfriend in the stomach while she was with child. 1,460 days, right, for the NFL. Appreciate y'all. You say, oh, yeah, we was wrong. You know, he did catch it, you know. So my thing is, call him out. Just don't do it again. Just call him out just one time. But let's not make it a consistent basis. You got your one-off. I can't wait to see the fines. And Jerry Wayne should be paying for it. He should be. Y'all just send me all of those things, all of those fines my way. Chad Wheeler. Yeah, that was his name, Chad Wheeler. Chad Wheeler situation. That was a whole nother situation. I think the kicker was Brown or something like that for the Giants. But Chad Wheeler, I'm still waiting on the episode from Undisputed First Take. And it got to the point where I said, man, look at even Richard Sherman. If he were to just say, hey, I want to come to the Cowboys to play and finish my career under one of my defensive coaches that I know, Dan Quinn, dun-dun-dun, breaking news. Richard Sherman will be suspended for 4 games, but after 4 games, he can play. But he goes straight to Tampa Bay, and I'm not saying that I want Richard because, you know, it is what it is, but I'm just trying to tell you guys that the disparity, like the differences, is not the same. I used to say, hey, domestic violence don't count unless it's against the Cowboys, right? You would think that the Cowboys, like whatever Randy, what's his name was? What's his name? Not Randy. What's that guy's name that we got from the Panthers? Greg Hardy, right? That was his name, Greg Hardy, number 76. You would think that he did that egregious crime, an incident with the Cowboys, but he did it in Carolina. Say it just goes on and on and on and on. Sadiq says her voice get up under her skin. Right. Emmitt Smith, Helmet rule. Yeah. We don't want Sherman. Yeah, I feel you. But what I'm saying is just collectively speaking. Like, if the Cowboys were to want him, right? You know, it would have been pulling up all type of stuff, man. It would have been pulling up all type of stuff. I digress.
We'll see. Just let it go, guys. You won the game. It was a hard-fought game. You won. You overcome a lot of things that was your own self was inflicted by yourself. A lot of those penalties you actually did, and you were able to overcome those things. There's nothing like being able to overcome adversity, Skip, in a win. It's like, yeah, if we clean up some things, we could have won this game. But you get to say we can clean up some things in a win and be even more dominant. You almost had 600 yards, Skip. Yep. Time of possession, you dominated. Yardage, you dominated. First downs, you dominated. Every statistical category, you dominated.
But here's the situation. Like I said before, if this was the first game, then I get it. But this been going on for a minute. And the Cowboys are saying they tired of it. They pointing them out. And if the NFL want to be transparent, just like they find these players, they got all of this, they should have a steering committee of the aficionados. You just do a live 15-minute episode on one of these talk shows, NFL Network, saying this official got it wrong and he'll be fined or he'll be suspended, or this official would not be PFF need to come out with a system. Boy, it's $1 million system right now that I have in my mind. If somebody need to take it, just give me intellectual property, right? Just give me the foresight for it. Just like they got PFF for all of the players, they need to have a PFF for all of the aficionados. I need to be able to go up here, type in Pro Football Focus, Pro Football Focus, and ref, ref 1, judge, ref, referee, judge number 55. You know what I'm saying? I need to be able to pull up his stats, pull up his metrics. Right? So to have something to go off of, right? This team calls the most penalties in the NFL. You know what I'm saying? This team is subject to calling holding when there's really not one. This guy been flagged for blah, blah, blah. That'll make the league transparent. Maybe you can open up a betting line. Hey, how many holds he's going to do this week, How many times he's going to call false start when it wasn't one, They need to have a zebra. Oh, Truba. Yeah, zebra tracker. Let me see. How we going to do this? Now, we're going to have to be official with it. We can't call it zebra tracker, Let's come up with a legitimate name. Pro Ref Focus. PRF. Come on, somebody got it's a multi-million-dollar idea right there. PRF. Let me go to the PRF, by the way. Pro Referee Focus. Pro Ref Focus. Y'all laughing, man. Shoot, let me go hurry up and make that thing right there, boy. I'm quite sure people are like, man, I can't wait to go to the PRF and see what aficionados we got this week. Man, his grade, his grade is right here. Oh, man, he's a good one, man. This is going to be a crazy game this week. He's going to call all type of flags and stuff, man. Oh, my God, I can't stand this dude. What my pitch at? Let's pull up the PRF grade. Let's pull up PRF grade. Oh, my goodness, we got this crew this week. Yeah. Yeah. Let's go.
Right, don't make it about the officials. You won the game. Just keep it moving.
Somebody write that business plan.
I was shocked when I read these comments from Ezekiel Elliott, and not pleasantly shocked. I'm talking about unpleasantly shocked, because this was so wrong in so many ways.
They might send him a letter. He might get a little package from FedEx in his locker.
Well, he's going to get a big package. This is going to be a big, blatant fine. And to your point, they won the game.
They won.
What are you doing? You got out alive.
Thank you.
You survived Belichick. Mm-hmm. You can go back, and you got 2 weeks now to get right, to get healthy, to get ready for a trip to Minnesota. You're 5-1.
Yes.
And why would you dare the, so to speak, devil on this one? Why, to your point, they all hear this. They're going to read it, and they're going to be like, really? Mm-hmm. Really? Because this is a complete call out. He says there's no excuse for the officiating tonight. It's ridiculous. And he says, but at least we were able to overcome the Patriots and the Zebras? And the Zebras? It is the biggest shot fired.
Yeah.
Because that's not exactly what happened in that game.
Exactly.
There was a blown call at the goal line to me.
Yes.
But it was a hard call because there was like 5,000 pounds of flesh on top of Dak Prescott on third down. And he goes underneath. We saw, obviously, Josh Allen get stonewalled last night on a quarterback sneak. And I kept tweeting, just sneak it. And it looks like he's got a little open path that he doesn't get stonewalled. And it looked like he fell across the goal line with the football. And it was pretty blatantly obvious to me that underneath that pile of humanity, he scored. And I tweeted immediately, he scored. And then on the second review, I said he scored easily.
Right.
Well, how can you not see that? And then my coach, Mike McCarthy, who botches everything, you got to wait a beat just to make sure they have time to replay it enough. But the NFL official statement said, we reviewed it from all angles and we.
Yeah, I'm reading the report now on DeMonte Kazee, so y'all bear with me. I got to get the full evidence and information. But the site I'm on, you got to pay for it, so bear with me.
Couldn't definitively tell.
There's nothing definitive about it. Well, it was to my eye, and maybe you can't see the outcome of the play, but you can see him enter the goal line area and seem to fall forward.
So far, old boy Michael Gelkin, he's the only one reporting on it and under his arrest. Let me see what I got here. You got to pay for it. I ain't finna pay for it. You got to wait for somebody else to read it and pay for it. I ain't finna pay for it if I want it. I get it. Cowboys safety DeMonte Kazee. Oh, let me do dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Breaking news, you know. Here we go right here. I don't know if I got that type of music. I think I got that type of music. And my thing is, my initials to say, what the hell, dude? What? Come on, man. They got programs. When you're drinking, that you can just pick up a phone and say, hey, dog, I had too much. I had too much sauce. Come pick me up, drop me off at our Shaniqua house. Cowboys safety DeMonte Kazee was arrested early Tuesday morning in Dallas suburb and charged with driving under the influence, police said. And I don't have all of the information because when I click on this link, it tell me I got to pay for it. I ain't finna pay for it. Read article. No, I'm just going to retweet it because I already did that. This got to be the news that I didn't want to hear, right? I mean, come on, dude. Let's see what the quotes are. What the F? Damn it, dude. You know, wouldn't be Dallas Cowboys season without one. Fits him. Effing loser, bruh. How about them Cowboys? And this is not the energy I was looking for. But according to Roger Goodell, he should be able to still play, right? It should be a situation where whatever the policy is, he go back, he got himself to present in court. I don't have the full details. I don't know if he hit something. I don't know whether or not it could have been a faulty test. Hey, you know, how Texas law is implied consent, meaning that he could have had a breathalyzer refusal, right? We don't have all of the information. And with a breathalyzer refusal, that's an automatic DWI. So we will see when the evidence and the information hit, but he was still arrested. And he can probably get off if he do community service and these sorts of things. I don't know, but he got to have more of give Stephen A. ammunition. He was drunk on the field Sunday, too. This is from Sweat. They ain't letting this man off the hook. And the polarizing, as polarizing as Cowboys are with this type of information, it's crazy. Yeah, dog. An idiot almost cost us the game, and now, oh, my gosh. All right, so if you're the coach, do you set an example? Do you set up an example? Can't drive through the colony drunk. We all know that. Shoot. You can't drive through the colony sober. Man, that joker, them roads, man. Hey, man, trying to go to Grand Escape, man. I said, God dog, when I'm on turn, I like to ran into the building, you know, trying to get up to Dak Prescott restaurant. But I hope all is well with the incident report. Next man up. Hey, here's a situation right here, Cowboy Nation. Malik Hooker, like, bet. Yeah. So true, Purple Soul. The colony is crazy, man. KZ gone. You know what I'm saying? I mean, them roads crazy, man. I was like, the GPS, let me tell you, I don't even mess with Sam Rayburn, or how you say that name, going up that way. No. Right after you pass Bombshell trying to go up that way. No way. I'll pay the toll. North Tollway. Forget that George Bush. Sam. No. If you're in Dallas area, man, the GPS be like, F it, I'm lost. I said, lady, how you lost? How you gonna tell me where to go? The GPS get lost in Texas. I'm telling you. I'm for real. Kazee ain't going nowhere. Yeah, I mean, the GPS, look, I say, man, you know what? I'm proud member of the North Toll, you know. Wait. Yeah, the colony don't play. You know, for those who in the Dallas area, don't you get caught up on 75, and don't you get caught up on 35 on the wrong day. You be having your plans and everything lined up, and it could be a dog crossing the road. And everybody, mama, uncle, cousin, going to stop and look at that dog. I said, let the dog go get his kibbles and bits. You want to stop up the whole traffic, killing everybody, because everybody going to want to look. Let me know where I'm lying at. Texas Road. I'm saying, like, come on, man. And then it'd be a car on the side of the road. Texas love the animals, but the dog, everybody going to stop at the dog. But and then when you try to turn, when you're trying to get over 635 law, yeah, 635 crazy too. Yup, 75 and 35, po, yo, or wreck. You know, either way, you do 817. I know you already know. You already know. Because I can only imagine if you got a little influence on you. Oh, and Dallas Zoo, you going around that area? Yeah, that Oak Cliff area? It's literally coming from the south, going up through 35 to get downtown. If you got to go through that Dallas area right now, it's literally, I kid you not, right hand to the man, it's Russian roulette. Russian roulette. Russian roulette. You better not even have mouthwash. The Mothers Against Drunk Drivers gonna get you, you know. Yeah. Yeah, sad for DeMonte Kazee. Pleasant Grove, shout out to you, Lee. Hey, and I see how y'all do, because I'm not from Texas, you know, I'm from Mississippi, but I see how the Oak Cliffians do, you know. Oh, we North Oak Cliff, you know. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute, you Oak Cliff or you Oak Cliff, you know? No, we are North Oak Cliff, you know. Yeah. Oh my goodness, come on, man. How you gonna get arrested on your day off, man? Come on, man. This is just bad. You talked about mojo, man. This is bad mojo right here, man. Bad mojo. Let me see if I can pull up this right here, man. NFL database. Let me see what I got here. All right. Let me pull this up. It's the NFL database. This NFL database comprised of all of the arrested players since 2000. And I'm not, because they probably didn't enter Kazee name in the system yet, but it's going to be entered in probably by the end of the day. But I guarantee you, the names when we go down this list, Bradley Chubb, did he get suspended? Deontay Harris, and I'm not saying Bradley Chubb was just arrested on 9/7/2021. Did he get suspended? Was he suspended? Deontay Harris, arrested 7/16/2021. Did he get suspended? Richard Sherman, arrested 7/14/2021. Did he get suspended? The list goes on and on and on. So we're going to see Marcus May. I'd like to have him, by the way. arrested in February the 23rd this year. Did you read the reports? Frank Clark, March the 12th, did he get suspended? Marshawn Lattimore, arrested on March the 25th, 2021. Did he get suspended? I know Alden Smith, he's looking for a job. So let me share this database with people. Save this. Save this database. Doug says, well, Richard Sherman was a free agent. That's not the point. That's not the point. Greg Hardy was on a whole different team. And then when they reinstated him to the NFL, he had to serve an additional suspension for the Cowboys. And I'm not saying what he did is just as egregious as what Kazee just did, but I'm just trying to make this thing fair and balanced. Free agents do matter. Free agents do matter. Ezekiel Elliott wasn't even part of the NFL when his crime or when his alleged crime happened to him. And you can go to that same database and you can type in Ezekiel Elliott and you won't see his name at all being arrested. Ezekiel Elliott never been arrested, by the way. And he served more time suspended than most of these guys that's on the arrest report. One can argue that Marshawn Lattimore did something more egregious because he was arrested. But Ezekiel Elliott never had his handcuffs on him. Never had. Let me know where I'm wrong. But I'm not sitting out here begging for people because people get that message mixed up and say, Law's out here dry snitching. He want these players to get suspended, man. What kind of man you are? You supposed to be a brother, dude. When I pointed out the fact that Marshawn Lattimore should have been suspended at least a game or so. But at the end of the day, there's a thing called implied consent law. And if he haven't hit anything, because under the ruling in the state of Texas, if the officer see or perceive that you are inebriated, he can make that determination. And if you do a DUI, if you do the breathalyzer refusal in the state of Texas, there's an automatic DWI. Automatic. So I don't know. I don't have all of the information yet. Kazee was a party boy. Yeah. Yeah. But that link that I submitted out earlier, the database, and it's called the look up implied consent law. Implied consent law. Look that up. That's what the state of Texas honor, implied consent law, whereas the officer can determine whether or not you inebriated, you under the influence. And you can get still arrested. It goes under the arrest. And then you'll have to go through 5 to 6 months of clearing your name. Dude could have had that mouthwash. He could have had that Zinfandel. He could have had that glass of wine. I don't know. I just hope that he don't be like my dog Terrence Williams, right? That brother there, boy, I said, good Lord. Not Terrence Steele, but Terrence Williams. Y'all remember that? Yeah. D. John says, Duck says DWI is a serious offense law. Of course, I am law. You know what I'm saying? I know it. 100% no refusal in Texas. Right. So if you refuse to go through the breathalyzer, that's automatic DWI because it's under the implied consent law. But we have more information. T-Will threw everybody under the bus. And yeah, when T-Will did that to Kendall, it was like that's probably the only reason why nobody messed with him. Like, no, you got to take that one on the chin. How you going to say somebody else was in the car with you? Come on, man. And how you going to say there's somebody else's vehicle? Oh, my goodness. I don't even want to finish this thing out now. I don't even want to talk about this.
It's almost like 2 + 2 equals number 4 score.
Yeah, but they don't like to do that in the NFL, saying 2.
You got B and Z Game and says he got the full story. Message you on Twitter about it. So what can you say? Can you cover it? Did you put it in my DM or you? Let me see. Let me go to my Twitter. Go to my Twitter because I want to get the full story. I'm not finna pay for it under that cost there. DM me the story. Okay. All right. This you right here. Cowboys free safety arrested. Let me do it this way. Y'all do this. Bear with me while I fix this thing up. Prescott and, of course, CeeDee Lamb and these touchdowns. First and foremost, shout out to the tight end on this play, finding the open spot right there. And this is a man. And man-to-man defense, of course, in the red zone. You got to take advantages of this. They're doing everything in their power to stop the run. And the Patriots did a wonderful job of stopping the run. Runners averaged 3.8 yards per carry on the Patriots, and that's a wonderful number. Cowboys came into the game plan of thinking that they could run, and they had to resort to throwing the ball, and there's nothing wrong with that. Pick your poison. And speaking of picking your poison, shout out to Lamb on this play. Watch the release. Pay attention to the feet. The feet. Everything on this route, and he's able to get open. Watch out. Yeah, he got him. Releases to the outside. And pretty much this is like a two-way go. Think about this. Lamb is so dangerous one-on-one to the outside here. Pay attention to the DB too. Low back, feet anchored in. He's staring at the chest of the receiver, doing everything that he's supposed to do. You would like for him to get a little bit more contact off the release. So pretty much Lamb created the free release by using those feet, and he can release into the inside or out. And just a good fade ball by Dak Prescott. Give me the one-on-one to the outside all day, any day, and I would trust my receiver to go get the ball. And that is how Lamb got 149 yards this game. Dak Prescott trusts his receiver. And think of this, we got to have an interception moment. This is a touchdown by T. Diggs, and everybody know man-to-man defense is always a wonderful thing. Shout out to Kazee of calling the coverage on this one, making sure that everybody's locked up. And pay attention to number 11. 11 was able to be a lead blocker on this one. Kazee telling the guy to go that way. And, hey, Diggs is right underneath and was able to get that. Watch, get under there, boy. He tried to take my legs out, but 11 was there. Shout out to T. Diggs, man. That's a wonderful play. Man, he read that one. Good interception. Play action. Play action. The underneath. Why is Lamb so wide open for this touchdown? This walk-off touchdown. Let's go back and look at everything. Pay attention. They want to stop the run. So what you got, one man. So when you got one man or man one, look, think about this. They want to stop the run. Cowboys are showing heavy run pursuit. You got 12 personnel. They do the play action. They keep them guessing. And, of course, Lamb is wide open. Now you can say, now behold the Lamb. And the reason why Lamb got up and started waving, because, you know, he scored a touchdown. You didn't have to push the man. But that's just the extra additive that brings to the table. And, of course, touchdown all day. We love it. Look at the separation. Remember, this team is trying to stop the run. They're selling the form on stopping the run, and they got caught. Look, Cowboys showing heavy pursuit. We only send 2 wide receivers out because that's all we got, basically. That's all we got. Everything is condensed, and 89 and, of course, 86 is underneath. Shows that we were showing run, and the Patriots got bitten by that one. Now, shout out to the Cowboys because we were able to manipulate the situation. One-on-one, where we going to go? Go to the Lamb. And he was able to get a first down off of this play, spinning around and getting there. This guy averaged 16 yards per catch in this particular game. And watched one-on-one down below. Dak Prescott, remember, the quarterback reads high, then to low. And Dak Prescott already know if it's one-on-one and the coverage is cheating or the coverage is primarily lined up on this side, I'm going to my dog over here. I'm going to my weapon. And this is exactly what he did. He looked off and he went right to his weapon, to the weak side. One-on-one coverage, go to Lamb. Go to Lamb. Bentley is calling out the coverage right there, number 8. Did a great job, too, in this game. But one-on-one coverage, man, they stopping the run. Look, we just going to throw the ball to my number 1 target, and that was Lamb in this game. Same principle. Look, one-on-one coverage to the outside. Hey, Dak Prescott sees the defense. He knows that. All right. I'm back now. Appreciate everybody who watched that film session while I was trying to shout out to my dog, man, who sent this on Twitter. So this is the full report right here. And here's what we got right here. Bear with me while I set this thing up and try to muscle through this read right here. Really appreciate everybody for tuning in. Shout out to you, Brandon, man, for sending me this information about DeMonte Kazee. I'm going to read it as best as I can. Cowboys free safety DeMonte Kazee was arrested early Tuesday morning in the Dallas suburb, charged with driving under the influence. Police said Kazee, 28, was pulled over for a traffic violation. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Make sure you guys can hear me because I don't want to be reading all this again. Hold on. Appreciate the donation there. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. Give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me. And do it this way. Appreciate it. All right, so yeah, Speed, appreciate you. So he was pulled over in traffic violations in the colony shortly after 3 a.m. Whoa, my goodness. Somebody give him a lady. Oh, my goodness. Ain't nothing good open after 12, by the way, at the 7,000 block on the State Highway 121. Why Cowboys were better off beating Patriots, even meant potentially losing Dak Prescott. A spokesman from the Colony Police said that an officer reported noticing physical signs that Kazee had been drinking. I hope he smelled like that hen dog, but I hope all is well. And Kazee told the officer he had consumed alcohol. Kazee failed a field sobriety test and was detained. Now, field sobriety test, maybe they had him touching his nose, walking. The TMZ video is about to be out in a few, probably, And with that being said, Kazee failed that field sobriety test. His DUI charge is a Class B misdemeanor. Not a felony, it's a misdemeanor. Kazee posted a $2,500 bond Tuesday, being released from the Colony jail, and at 12:34 p.m. A Cowboys spokesman declined to comment. Kazee arrest occurred as a team settled into the bye week, which started Sunday. On a positive note, the Cowboys with a 35-29 overtime win over the New England Patriots. I'm glad they brought the positivity back in. And then they go into more details of just the positivity of the team. So that's the report. I put it on the YouTube community blog, and I also put it on the Facebook. That's the best my Hooked on Funny guys can do right there, Cowboy Nation. I hope that you guys can screenshot it and do it from there. But I thank everybody for joining in. This is crazy, man. Yeah. You never tell on yourself. Plus, what's the reasons of pulling him over? Maybe he swerved. And maybe he did. He said, yeah, officer, I did had a few to drink, I just wish after 3 a.m., I want to know, was he by himself? Did he have somebody else in the car with him? People say this all the time. And let me get these boys up off the screen right here. Let me get these boys up off the screen right here. Bear with me. Man, I'm doing horrible with this part. Get out the way. Lean forward. Get out the way. Yeah, right there. Get off the screen. Get out the way. Oh, I'm disappointed. Kazee, my dog, man. I always root for the underdog too, man. Shout out to you. Potato. Dak has been blitzed 77 snaps, 74. Sacked only 9 times. Fused in the NFL. Bills and Washington football team only 9 sacks allowed. Also been blitzed 33 times. Dak is also 100%, 18-18 in 3 overtime games. Wow. Now that is some good research right there. That is some good research. I'm gonna have to screenshot that one. Kazee. It's 4:00 where I'm at. All right, so he just been driving by himself. He couldn't Uber, Lyft, NFL, 1-800-NFL. You couldn't do none of that. Do y'all want to do call-ins? Y'all let me know. Matter of fact, I'm just going to open it up anyway. How about that? Yeah.
You are the only participant in the conference. All participants are muted. All participants are unmuted. All participants are muted.
All right. We will let this show roll for a couple more minutes here, Dan, and it's up to you guys. And then I can get them to some individual film sessions content. Maybe I'll do a film session on Malik Hooker because that's what we're going to see against the Vikings. Yeah. He better have a good story to tell, though. The phone lines are open. 657-390-7391. That's the number. Let me put it in 657 390-7391. That's the hotline for your mind. Sad day. Hope all is well with the guy. That's the area code. No access code needed. Just 657-390-7391. Dang, Kazee. Somebody said he's a lockdown safety. Oh, well, 626, you live.
Hey, this is Law Nation?
Yeah, you're live with Law Nation. What's good?
It's good. This is Voodoo Alpha. Some people recognize that name from other streaming channels. But I just wanted to say, I think our man Kazee was just celebrating the fact that he got his little revenge on the Patsies. What do you think?
I mean, he was celebrating hard, man, and he didn't have that he didn't have that DD, designated driver.
He also had a quarterback that didn't blow it for him.
Facts. Because it could have been worse for him if we lost this game and then this happened. Yeah, that would have been worse for him.
So what do you think about our 1st and 20 offense? I think it's the best in the league.
You're right. You said 1st and 20?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because that's where we kind of finding ourselves at, long first downs, and we keep shooting ourselves in the foot. somehow we're going to have to make sure that we can get this all rectified before we play against a formidable team that can take advantages of that. I'm talking about on the defensive side of the coin, by the way.
I'm glad that. Remember a few years back, if we got a holding call, we pretty much said, okay, well, that drive is dead.
Right.
We're not gonna get ourselves out of that hole. But now it's like, okay, throw us 1st and 15, 1st and 20. Hell, even 1st and 25 before you know it. First play, we're getting 15 yards back. And
Yeah.
that, to me, is championship caliber in my mind.
Right.
Because we're finding out there's different holes we could dig out of, right?
Facts.
And that's one of the biggest ones because we know the Zebras don't like Cowboys. I mean, I don't know if we ride them too hard or something. I don't know.
Hey, man, it's one of those things, man, whereas I'm not going to just cheerlead that motion right there of the Zebras and these sorts of things, but I'm glad that our players now are speaking out and they kind of aware of it, Voodoo. So hopefully Dallas Cowboys can improve on that efficiency level of not doing the 1st and 15 or 1st and 10, 1st and 20 or what have you. Hopefully we can get it a little cheaper than that and get things going the right way. But I appreciate you for calling in.
Yeah, I saw no one calling in, so I figured I'll call in and get it rolling.
Yeah, you got it rolling because we got some people in here waiting now. Appreciate you, Voodoo. Hey. All it takes some time, one person to call, and then we get some more people in. I got JP, you're live.
What's happening?
Talk to me.
Hey, man, I don't know what's going on with Kazee, man. But,
he must went over there to Bombshell.
I mean, yeah, he might get cut, man. He didn't look good. He didn't look good Sunday. And we need another safety, man. Did Donovan Wilson play free safety?
Yeah, Donovan Wilson could play free safety, but they implemented him, man. They kind of slowly moved him in this past game. But I wouldn't cut Kazee. You know, I wouldn't cut him. I would not cut him. It's a valuable situation to have a starter on your team and not just to get rid of him because he did make a bonehead decision to drive under the influence. And I do know that Mothers Against Drunk Drivers are going to be looking for the NFL to do something about this because this is a polarizing team. But I wouldn't cut him, especially due to the protocol. You know, he helped save.
He got all that money in his pocket. He got all that money in his pocket, man. Call your Uber and quit tripping. So now he done learned from this lesson.
Yeah.
There's two spots I think we weak at. That's offensive guard on the left side, and that's the safety position.
Facts.
In order to get to the Super Bowl.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Got to get to the Super Bowl in those positions. Now they're going to look at film and they're going to be like, oh, we're going to hit them on the guard, and then we're going to hit them at on the deep ball. We're going to see can Kazee get there.
Right.
And watch what I tell you, Long. Remember my words. You should hone when you break down the Vikings game. They're going to be going after Kazee.
No, he gonna be Hooker. I don't think that you bench him, but you don't cut him. You bench him. You tell him, hey, you're on the bottom of the bench because I'm gonna rotate. This is what I'm gonna do if I'm the coach. Now he could have had him. They said he failed the field sobriety test. It's 3:00 in the morning. I'm not sitting here saying that when he did the test that he went through the whole process. I didn't get a chance to see the video, but I can tell you.
Yeah.
That if he refused to do it, then that's a failed test and it's a DWI. So it could be that too. And my thing is, I'm gonna wait to see all of the evidence, and then what I'm gonna do with DeMonte Kazee is just off of his decisions. It's time for me to say, okay, Malik Hooker, Donovan Wilson, you guys are gonna be my 1-2. Hey, Kazee, you're on the bench, but we gotta have him because of protocol. That protocol like this can be 3 guys gone, and now you're looking around and saying, hey, we got Darian Thompson out there or Steven Parker. You don't want that.
Yeah. Well, don't suspension because I don't want to. Don't try to do that because everybody else been getting away with murder right now. So don't try to suspend my boy. Yeah.
Yeah. But appreciate you, man.
You know who I'm worried about Connor though. I rewatched the game last night.
Right.
And Connor was getting killed. he worries me, bro. Big time. In those big games, when we come to see the Cardinals in the playoffs,
Right.
bro, that's gonna worry me, bro. Because
Right.
they got three wide receivers. Hopkins, they got and they got Green, and they got Moore, and then they get Hurts back. When we play them, bro, that's gonna worry me.
No doubt. No doubt.
My main thing I want to hone on before you let me go, bro, I think we should trade for another corner in case if we do get in that jam. Because I want everybody to come back, we're going to be good on the defensive line. Bro, we need one corner to cover one of those receivers from the Arizona Cardinals so we can be a showdown.
No doubt. No doubt, man. I appreciate you, man. You're breaking up a little bit, JP, but thank you for calling in. That's my guy, JP. We got some more people. 908, you're live.
Hello?
Yeah, you're live. Talk to me.
Yeah, how's it going?
Great.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Yeah, about 15 minutes ago, Kazee got arrested for DUI. I did not know about that.
Yeah, he got arrested, man. 3 o'clock in the morning, he was out partying, and he was heading back to the colony, and he got pulled over, and he was arrested. The officer asked if he had anything to drink, and he said, yeah, I had a few.
Yeah, the team, to me, we building the culture. Like, we have to suspend him. The team has to suspend him for, like, 4 games. I know every position is important, but I think culture is even more important. Right now, we thinking long-term. We already got the division locked up. We will be in the playoffs. We got to think long-term, and I think it'll be right for the culture to suspend him for 4 games. Also, I was listening to Hanging with the Boys, and Nick Eatman, he was on Hanging with the Boys, and he said that he'll be very surprised if Dak Prescott plays against the Vikings. And I know last night you said usually strained calf, usually it takes about 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Do you think in your mind Dak Prescott will play against the Vikings, or do you think it's going to take a little bit more time?
Looking at the countenance on Dak Prescott's face, it seems as if though he will be ready. But my thing is, we would know we'll know more about Monday or Tuesday of next week. My thing is, there are 2 types of strains. One, they said it could take 2 to 3 days. The other one, they said it can take 4 to 6 weeks. Now, we just seen Michael Gallup. Michael Gallup had the same calf strain, and he's been out since week 1, right? So that's a long time. But I can tell you, when I saw Michael Gallup 2 weeks ago at the event, he looked like he walking around fine. Quarterbacks, they don't.
That's different than running.
They're different than running. So what I'm about to say is that quarterbacks don't have to run routes like wide receivers. So I don't know whether or not Dak Prescott will feel comfortable at 50%, 60%, 70%, 80%. I don't know. So maybe the guy that you said that you saw, Hanging with the Boys, Nick Eatman?
Yeah, Nick Eatman,
yeah. Yeah, maybe he's right. He's in the building, so maybe he's right. But if I'm a Cowboys insider, if I work for the Star, I'll be saying the same thing too, to keep the Vikings wondering.
I don't think the Vikings is like listening to podcasts, but I feel what you're saying.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? I would spread that out because somebody just like you just said it, somebody gonna tweet it, somebody gonna refresh it, somebody's gonna spit it out. You're gonna have the 4-letter, the 3-letter networks talking about it from here.
But even that, like I have no doubt that Dak Prescott will be ready in his mind. Like I have no doubt, like because he played with a separated shoulder when he went to Mississippi State. Mm-hmm. So I can see him playing through pain, but in these cases when we invested $40 million in you, it's not about do you think you're ready. It's about will the franchise, the organization risk it on a game that yes we need this game, but we think a bit long picture. But also I got one more question before I go. I see a lot of people. I was watching Speak for Yourself with Marcellus Wiley and Emmanuel Ocho, right? And Emmanuel Ocho was saying that that Dallas Cowboys needs to upgrade, needs to it needs to give a promotion to Kellen Moore and cut Mike McCarthy. And I don't really buy that. Like, I don't really buy Kellen Moore as a head coach. I mean, I think he's a great offensive coordinator. I mean, I think most people would be great offensive coordinators with Ezekiel Elliott, Tony Pollard, nice offensive line,
Right.
2 number 1 receivers, 2 number 2 receivers, great tight end. But are you a leader of men? And right now, we already tried that with Jason Garrett. I just hope the Dallas Cowboys don't buy into a hype just a little bit more and promote a rookie coach who only been coaching for literally like 3 years. Like, not even, I could see if he's been assistant for 10 years or a decade, but only 3 years. Do you think next year after this season, do you think the Dallas Cowboys should promote Kellen Moore to head coach to avoid him going somewhere else? And I'll leave it there.
Well, I told you guys that was going to happen. You know, I lamented to everybody. I said, watch. It's a slow week. Now, this was heaven. This is heaven for the 4-Ladder Network, for the Kazee getting inebriated and getting behind the wheel and driving, because this was heaven. Because they didn't have nothing else to talk about, but they got a lot of ammunition now. But the Kazee situation, that's on the other end. But the Dak Prescott situation, that's another one that they can roll around. And they're going to talk more about this than they would talk about the actual game that will be played. Now, with the Kellen Moore promoted to a head coach, I'm quite sure that Kellen Moore is a brilliant student of the game. He knows the game like the back of his hand, especially on the offensive side. But when you're talking about different responsibilities of telling grown men what to do and having a set program, you would then in return have to go through the valley of growing pains with Kellen Moore. And I'm not saying that I'm limiting his ability to be a head coach, but right now the Cowboys are 5-1. There's no, put it like this, there's no conversation ever in the history of sports whereas you have a guy that's got a team that's 5-1, clearly could be 6-0, that they talking about replacing him, you know, as somebody that you're just gonna ball up and throw away. And I'm not saying that the ceiling of Kellen Moore is not higher than Mike McCarthy, but can you guys understand the foolishness and the foolery and the stupidness, the stupidities, you know, if that's what the stupidity, that's what I meant to say, of somebody saying, okay, let's get rid of Mike McCarthy. Like Dan Campbell a couple of years ago was a prime good candidate to be a head coach. They said he would be solid. Excuse me, what the hell is going on over there in Detroit Lions land, right? Sirianni, everybody said, oh, he's a brilliant coach. Look what he can do. That dude is literally running high school plays over there in Eagles land. Oh, the Jets coach, you know, he was a dominant defensive coordinator, but what he's doing now. So let's pump the brakes. Be patient, develop the continuity, and just slow it down. Let's stop getting rid of guys before they are able to establish themselves. All right, we got the 215. You're live. Going once, twice, 215. You're live.
Hello?
Yo, what's good? You're live.
Yo, what's up, Law?
Nothing to it. Talk to
you
me.
already know who it is, right?
Nah, who this is?
You don't know who the 215 is? Like, for real?
Why don't you lean forward a little bit?
Introduction.
Put some respect on it, man. Talk. Who is this?
What's up, man? The Cowboys fans, they wanted me to call in, so I called in. So,
What you got for this episode?
Well, I've been hearing y'all, y'all been talking about McCarthy and, you know what I'm saying? I think, Kellen Moore, I think, you know what I'm saying, he's the one, I think he's the one that's got the Cowboys, you know what I'm saying, going. I think Mike McCarthy, I think he's going to end up being the accident waiting to happen. I already crowned y'all, right? NFC East champions. So I want to see what y'all going to do. You know what I'm saying? Because if y'all don't win a divisional playoff game this year, and then if next year go by, do you know how sad that is?
It's football. It's football.
Yeah, I know it's football.
It's football. I mean, you're not going to win a divisional championship every year. You're not, and getting there is half of the battle. This is Mike McCarthy's second year. What you want him to do? Win the Super Bowl in the second year? Is the Super Bowl a bust for him?
No, listen, right? I'm not saying that, but from the eye test, like, he makes bad decisions. You know what I'm saying? Like, last year, like, he calls y'all, like I say, about 3 games. This year, he could have called y'all that other game, which is he didn't call a timeout, and then you had to kick a long field goal, even though y'all made it. But that could have been a mistake right there. Y'all could have lost that game because he didn't time manage right. You know what I'm saying? So from the eye test, he doesn't know how to manage games. So I think I got y'all winning the NFC East title, but at the same time, I think Mike McCarthy is going to be the accident waiting to happen in the playoffs.
Who's your team?
For y'all.
Who's your team?
Who's my team?
Yeah, who's the team you root for? Who is
my
this?
My name is Philadelphia Underdog.
Oh, you kill. Oh.
So I mean.
I didn't even know that you was Philadelphia. You know the craziest thing of all. If Sirianni was 5-1 right now, and time management was your only gripe right now, would you be talking about getting rid of Sirianni? Come on, man.
No. Look, I admit it. My team is trash right now. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, I got y'all winning the NFC East title. You know what I'm saying? But if y'all win the NFC East title and don't win a division game, you know what I'm saying, then next year the trolling gets even harder. So I got to see y'all doing something because I'm tired of this team. Like every year, like they talk about, oh, this team's going to the Super Bowl. They Super Bowl contenders. Yet they haven't proven to win a divisional title.
But
so,
Philadelphia, that is what you're hearing is fan talk. Fans supposed to root for their team. They don't supposed to be crying. You know, the last time you guys won the Super Bowl in 2017, but the time before that was in 1960, right? Right? That was the last time, right?
Yeah,
so should you be like, shouldn't you be like, I shouldn't root for my team because we haven't won since the 1960s? No, you continue to wear and represent your Eagles green, and you was telling everybody, hey, we're going to get to the Super Bowl. We're going to figure this out with Andy Reid. And it didn't happen with Andy Reid. Then when you got Chip Kelly, you kept your same love affair for your team. It didn't happen with Chip Kelly, and then you went and got the Peterson kid, right? And he was coaching your team. He won you a Super Bowl. He got you there. I mean, you guys were winning y'all won the Super Bowl, y'all start eating horse droppings. It was that is the love affair that you have for your team. I want the same passion for my team. Come hell, lose, win, draw, I'm rooting for the Cowboys. Nobody can look what Jerry Wayne do for the team. I'm still rooting for the Cowboys. I was a fan technically before Jerry Wayne Jones bought the team. I've been rooting for the Cowboys collectively longer than Jerry Jones. In retrospect, if you're looking at everything.
Right. Quick question.
Talk to me.
How old was you when you first witnessed Cowboys win the Super Bowl?
I'm 39, so you do the math.
All right, so you're 39, right? All right, so that means you must have been what?
I still had big balls. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? I was still swinging. You know, so it doesn't matter how old I was. You wasn't even born in the 1960s, but you still rooted for your team.
Listen, right, what I'm trying to say is, like, right, you can have all the chips and still not be relevant. So what I'm trying to say is your history can't save you from 25 years of mediocrity. You know what I'm saying? So at the same time, like, I get it, you won 5 Super Bowls, but, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't you want to witness that? Like, don't you want your heart pumping with excitement? Like, yeah, my team won the division. Like, my team won the NFC Championship. Yeah, like we're going to the Super Bowl. Like, you haven't felt that since 1996. Like, that's really all I'm trying to say.
When did Reasonable Doubt came out? Jay-Z, one of the greatest rappers of all time. When Reasonable Doubt album came out? When the
time,
Blueprint came out. You know what I'm saying?
So now we talking about
no, you talking about relevancy.
R&B music.
No, we still
talking about real estate and houses, like
because it's tangible evidence. It's still something that people talk about. The Bible was printed thousands of years ago. People still read it. It's still relevant. It's changing people's lives every time. Hey, there's no movie that sold more than the Titanic at this point. Right now, Titanic is still a relevant movie to most people. It's still a movie that Avatar, I think the most gross-selling movie ever. People still trying to create. We talking about NFL. You can't spell NFL without the Cowboys. Matter of fact, if you wearing any Nike apparel, any other jersey outside of Rydell with the Eagles, you got to thank Jerry Jones for that. Marketing.
Yeah, but all right, so you thank Jerry Jones for that, but what did you get out of that?
You know what I get out of this? You got an Eagles fan calling in to the Cowboys channel to talk about relevancy.
Yeah, because the Cowboys fans wanted me to. So I called in. So,
This don't make sense, fam. I can't make this stuff up, man.
Oh, man.
I can't make this stuff up. Get out of here, man. D-Shift, what you got for this episode?
People moving the goalposts, dog. I'm so sick and tired of it because Philadelphia, before the season started, bro, you was trolling hard about how we weren't going to do nothing, how we was going to finish last place. And now you done moved the goalposts. So, yeah, I got y'all winning the NFC East. You weren't talking that job before the season started. Stay with your little trash team because y'all not going to be relevant for another 10 years, sir. Do you see what your team is doing? Do you see how messed up your team is? Do you see how your offensive line can't stay together? Do you see how y'all can't draft a wide receiver? Do you see how your whole defensive line is getting old and decrepit? You want to talk about irrelevant because y'all won one Super Bowl? And your famous tagline is y'all haven't won a Super Bowl. Let me tell you time y'all win a Super Bowl and you got to watch it in HD. Nobody care, fam.
Nobody care about that. You right, Shift. Yeah,
Nobody care about that, Law. You can keep on coming on the channel, keep talking about that one little funky Super Bowl. You want to talk about 25 years of mediocrity. Do you understand it's almost been 5 years? Do you understand that whole team you won a Super Bowl with is gone?
They don't understand it.
So while y'all sit up here and always talk about how we're living in the past, and then this dude's always coming up here talking about, well, we've been to NFC championships. Who celebrates third and fourth place?
They was talking about that their wide receiver from Alabama is better than Lamb. The last conversation I had. You know what I'm saying? The Slim Reaper. It's crazy.
Silly stuff. Silly stuff. Y'all come on and y'all got the worst fandom. Y'all throw snowballs with batteries at Santa Claus. Y'all cheer for people when they fall on their neck and basically lose their career. So don't come around here to talk about fanaticism.
Facts.
The Eagles' whole fan base, y'all are mentally off. Y'all are thrown off. The only reason that let me paint this picture, right? What seems like a more dangerous city? New York City or, I don't know, some old hole-in-the-wall town. New York City seems very dangerous, right? Because it's big. But there's some cities who, like my city has about 100,000 people in the population, and we have a worse crime rate than other big cities, but you wouldn't think of that because it's a small city. So y'all small little franchises, y'all do the same thing. I've seen Browns fans and Lions fans talk about this is our year. But you know why it doesn't go over the radar? Because you're not the Dallas Cowboys.
Facts.
That's no fault of our own. I'm not going to sit up here and just be like, I'm a fan. Every year it's going to be a new year. I'm going to talk my stuff just the way every other fan base. But y'all stuff don't get put on blast because you ain't the Dallas Cowboys. You hate us because you ain't us.
Hey, man, that deserves some victory music right there, man. Hey, it's crazy, though. I get it, man. Look, Philadelphia did his job because he shifted us from talking Kazee to talk Eagles, man, for crying out loud. I mean, come on, man. But it's crazy.
Come on, man. Like, at the end of the day, man, come on. Like, Philadelphia, y'all Y'all not. Y'all ain't. Y'all we are more y'all's rival than y'all are ours. We always choosing to pick, man. I don't know who our rival is today. And then we about the only team who has rivals that are out of conference. You can't sit up here and name a out of conference team that has a real rivalry with, like Pittsburgh Steelers and Cowboys. We hate each other. That's a real rivalry.
49ers and Cowboys, yeah.
Not being relevant enough to even cross the conference. We don't care about y'all.
And then when I say, hey, when the last time Jay-Z dropped an album, you know what I'm saying? Is that considered relevancy?
You don't understand the analogy, love.
Yeah, that's the only way I try to touch to the people. Reasonable Doubt was a damn good album. You know what I'm saying? The Blueprint was a damn good album. You know, still relevant to this day.
Today still don't put on the Blueprint and try to figure out, man, what's the blueprint to the Blueprint.
Right.
Like I get it, man. I get it. We ain't won a Super Bowl, but at the end of the day, man, don't come to me if all you won is one Super Bowl, and that was your first Super Bowl. And then now this current time, where were you at when we beat y'all? You took a whole week off, Philadelphia. Where were you at? So all them little fire emojis and happy face emojis and all that old crap you like to post afterwards, it is what it is. But you in our chat, we not over there.
Right. Yeah, it just look good over here. You know how they go. But I appreciate you, man. I love your rant, man. Hey, it's all good from here, fam. Appreciate you, man.
Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
All right. So we got the 318. You're live.
But I appreciate you, man. I love your rant, man. Hey.
318.
Hey.
Talk to me.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hey, man, I love your show, man. I love the all the info you put out.
Appreciate it.
I'm a Cowboy fan. I've been with them since the 60s. I'm old school. And I wanted to come in on your show due to the fact that I hear a lot of people talking about fire Mike McCarthy. You know what I'm saying? This season, they was talking about Jason Garrett ain't aggressive enough. Now you got somebody that's aggressive. I don't agree with everything that Mike McCarthy does.
Facts.
But it's like this. If you go for 4th and 1 and you get it, everybody who runs. You miss it, you can't have it both ways. You're going to either have an aggressive guy that go for it, this and that. Then I was looking at another show, and they was talking about when Nate Newman was saying that don't even worry about the power rankings, because the power rankings don't mean nothing. It's October. If they got us ranked 5th or 6th in the power rankings, that's fine. Because I agree with it. I think we about the 5th team, because we got to have a total package in the deal due to the fact that our offense is on point. The defense has some spots that we have to take care of because we're giving up a lot of yards.
Facts.
And, like I said, most Super Bowl teams, they don't have no shutdown defense. They have a hell of an offense, and they just have defenses that make plays at certain times. And that's basically what I wanted to, get out there that we right where we supposed to be at. Not too high, not too low, but we need work on the defense. And that's all I got, bro.
Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. And Cowboy Nation, I'm not sitting here saying that other fan bases are not allowed to watch the content. It helps the nation grow right there. Actually, one of the sponsors that communicated with me, diehard Seattle Sea Chicken fan. I can say that. Seahawks fan. And he said, man, I love your content, And he said he watch all of it. He's probably watching that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. It's good for conversation. I'm not mad at the Eagles fan base. Don't get it twisted. My brother, we come out of the same womb. He just so happened to be an Eagles fan. And he's really, 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 really support his Eagles fans. He support his Eagles team. But conversations growing up, we will always, go back and forth over games and these sorts of things. And when you're from Mississippi, we don't have a professional football team. We just have Mississippi. Yeah, Jackson State, Mississippi State, Ole Miss, and you had to go get your team. And I just so happen to love, and I mean that, love the Cowboys. And in that rivalry, we go back and forth. And we love each other, though, But I don't know Philadelphia like that, though. I'm quite sure he's from Philadelphia, and he probably grew up loving his team. But that's just how it is with this whole thing. All right, so I got the 202 and the 50. Is it the 806? You just hold tight, but the 202 you live. You're live. Mac, you live.
Hey, what's up, Law, man?
Talk to me, man.
Hey,
Talk to me.
I ain't gonna lie, Slim. I love what you're doing, for real, because your content is real. You hear me? And people need to hear real stuff.
Right.
What I wanted to elaborate on was the Kazee situation, right? And it's like this. People being hard on him or whatever about his actions and stuff like that. But what people don't understand is he's young, man. And a lot of times we in situations where we ain't never had no money like that, especially black people. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He went out, had a little fun. All right, we can't beat the brother about that. Somebody said before, they should suspend him for 4-5 games. No, man, don't do that.
Right.
Don't do that, man. We gotta look at stuff because guess what? I know when I left the game, I was a little intoxicated. I just didn't get caught.
Right. A lot of people know
I've been
that,
a
right?
Dallas fan since I was 8 years old. I'm 54 now.
Mm-hmm.
You hear me? Yeah, so don't go hard on nobody if you can't take that yourself.
Right.
I like what the other young dude was saying, man, as far as, when he went on, what's his name, Philadelphia?
Right.
Lord have mercy. And then I like what you did, after that fact. Let them go ahead and come on our station, because it's our station.
Right.
So we make stuff relevant because they are irrelevant.
Facts.
They relevant.
Yep.
They relevant. I just wanted to put that out there, man. I'm an avid fan of yours, especially an avid fan of my team, the Cowboys. You hear me? So, yeah, man. Yeah.
I mean, you're right on the money with it, man. You're right on the money with it.
Look, I done lived in D.C. all my life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the biggest rival, for real, is the Cowboys and the Redskins. I used to live right by the stadium.
Oh, wow. Whew.
Yeah. So I used to get it. It is what it is, though.
Mm-hmm.
But, man, I'm going to get up off of here, man. Love your station, man. Keep up the good work, man.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate you.
That's Mac from the 202, man. I mean, we all fall short, we not perfect. I'm not going to be the one that's going to ridicule the kid, man. It is one of those situations whereas it could be you next. You can have a teaspoon of alcohol or whatever it may be and make the wrong decisions, But this will be an eye opener for him, right? If this is first offense, right? Hope he can get counseling and treatment, and then he get back out there. It's easier to say, "Hey, pick up the phone and grab an Uber or Lyft." I get it. It's easier for us to sit high and look low, and cast aspersions on somebody. But I'm sitting here like, yeah, the timing is off. It's bad. He might be going through some depression. If anybody need to reach out to him, would be Dak Prescott. One of the biggest moments of his life. He had the DUI right before he was drafted. One can argue and say, okay, that is the reason why he dropped all the way to the 4th round, right? I'm quite sure that all of his people were like, what are you doing? But people fail to realize the moments that people are going through, you don't know. People drink for comfort. And I'm not saying that the man should be drinking, but people drink for comfort. People drink to relax their mind. He might feel bad that he gave up that big play. He probably jumped on Twitter and he saw all of y'all names. Those who say that they're Cowboy fans talking bad about the boy. He probably went through a set of emotions that y'all just don't know. But so many people, man. From the 806, you live.
Hey, what's up, Law?
What's good?
Randy. Hey, I'm just hearing you talk this mess, you know what I mean? You talk shit, just let the Eagles know that, that he just mad, He depressed because they season is going, to shit. But
facts.
The Cowboy season, it's just our season and everybody's talking about it. So, he hears us every day, so, he feels some type of way. I hear it all in his voice. But you know what I mean? I just see the Cowboys culture. You know what I mean? I mean, with McCarthy, you just see the change in the culture of the team. You know what I mean? As far as even with the draft picks, you know what I mean? Even the youngins is affecting the older cats on the team. So
right.
You know what I mean? I see it, and I mean, I feel good. You know what I mean? You walk around. I was in Houston for 3 months, and boy, they hated me wearing this Cowboy hat. I tell you that much.
Right.
Season. I tell them, man, if y'all reset y'all season and grow it like Jerry Jones, you might have a little, you know what I mean, have a franchise like the Cowboys. But until then, man, we're going to talk our shit, and everybody going to hate.
Right. But one thing I can say, though, props to Philadelphia for this one thing. We got to give him props for this. At least he called in because we still waiting for East Side Harold. We still, I know you know. we still waiting for East Side Harold to call in.
It's the savages, but he I give him props for calling.
Call in.
But he couldn't say much. You know what I mean? He talking about relevancy. You know what I mean? I was 6 years old. It's been 25 years since the Cowboys last won their Super Bowl.
Yeah.
I'm 31. You know what I mean? I've been waiting on it. You say you're 39.
Yeah, it's been a long time, man. But
it's been a long time.
But how sweet it will be, man, when we lift that Lombardi Trophy and y'all will see real tears coming. I'm gonna do a live. Y'all gonna see real tears coming off of me, man.
I might cry. I'm gonna cry with you.
No, I'll be like, Law Nation, man.
We don't know how long.
But I ain't gonna be eating no horse droppings now. I ain't gonna be eating no horse droppings.
Nah. And we're not gonna let our franchise down like that, like the Eagles did. They won the Super Bowl and they crashed the next year. Like, what the hell is that?
Yeah, right.
Have scouting. We have everybody personnel to keep our teams stable for 3, 4, 5, 6 years. You know what I mean?
Right.
But you know what I mean? I'm gonna let you go. You know what I mean? Keep talking that shit. You know what I mean? Salute
Yeah.
to you. Hey, we in the 806 Hub City, Lubbock, Texas. Represent.
Love it. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you so much, man.
I appreciate you.
Are you not entertained?
Yeah. Appreciate you, man. Oh my gosh. I got Cowboy 1992. I know he finna spit the truth. What's good?
What's good, Law? What's good? What's good? What's good?
It's your world. What's good with you, man?
That's right. Not done, man. Or no, that was good.
Man, you must be on I-35, man. Where you at, man? Come on. I can't hear you. Where you at?
No, let me step outside. I'm in my house right quick. Let me step out my house right quick.
Okay.
Let me step out my house. Yeah, let me step out. Probably all the internet. All right, Here we go. You hear me now?
Yeah, you good now. I said, man, this bro's on 35.
All right, y'all gonna say this. Y'all write this down. Cowboy Nation. Write this down. It's gonna be the Dallas Cowboys and the Buffalo Bills in the Super Bowl. Both big brothers going at it. How about that?
Yo.
Gonna come on top.
Let me put it there.
I'm telling y'all right now. Right now. It's going to be 1992 all over again. I'm telling you, man.
Yeah.
Look at that team out there. They running to the ball. You know, but speed out there. They ain't thinking, they reacting. The difference between these teams compared to all them other teams, especially last year's team, last year they was doing too much thinking and watching each other and making mistakes. This year, that defense flying to the ball, they ain't thinking, they just reacting. And they taking liability. I love what Diggs did. We all know if anybody got half a brain, that was a free safety fault. We know that. If you know football, that was a free safety fault. But what Diggs did, he ain't go and say, "Oh no, you know what, man? Where the F you at? Where you at?
Right.
Where you at, man? That's your fault. No, what he did.
He did that. He did it like this, and I wish I had a screen capture it. And the Kazee, and under Diggs' caption on his Instagram, it said, "Nah, 7. That was my fault." And I could only imagine. See, people only looking at one side of the coin and say, "Hey, this dude got burned, and it was his fault." What have you? But the comments, man, not everybody got strong minds like us. You know what I'm saying? especially when you're in your 20s. You like say you in your 30s, man. Not everybody got strong minds, and I know. I know, you know what I'm saying? I used to have that type of temper that I remember, and I'll hold it for 3 to 4 months. You know what I'm saying? I'll hold for 3 to 4 months, and I'll come after that person. You know, they'll be like, dang, you know, why I'm getting slapped across the face? Because what you said 3 months ago, you know, I don't forget, you know, but it took time for me to get over that. You know, when the Cowboys lose before 2016, because I used to do this, Cowboys used to lose, fam. I used to rip open some stuff, move some furniture away, punch holes in walls. You see what I'm saying? But I'm close to 40 now, man. You know what I'm saying? I calm down. You know, so but I can't put my life and myself in their shoes. I don't know what he was going through. He got a voided spot. It's 3 o'clock in the morning. He was probably chasing tail. You know, I don't know, you know. Or he was trying to get over some things, man. But right now, believe it or not, this is the time. This is the time for the players to really show their culture and show their unity and be there for their brother, man. Just like whoever the family members were for Dak Prescott. If anybody, he should be receiving a call from Dak Prescott saying, hey, man.
That's right.
Come over to the crib and prosper, man. I've been in those shoes before. And excuse me, the colony is bad, but it don't have nothing on Mississippi. You know, Starks Vegas where he got pulled over at. And I can tell you, and I'm from Pearl, when I was in Pearl, Mississippi, they don't have nothing. The officer will pull you over on Thursday and say you can't see the judge until Tuesday.
That's right.
They ain't getting no phone call to get bailed out. That's in Mississippi. But go ahead. But go ahead, Fab.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this, you know, man. I'm telling you right now. That's why everybody understand all these people they down at Mike McCarthy, man. Why y'all down on this man for? Come on, we done been through all these other head coaches, and we finally got a head coach that got a hardware. He ain't just speculating. He ain't just talking. This man, he proved a fact. And look what he used to do to us. I still hate Green Bay to this day because the no catch and the catch that we all know Dez made, and when the big old holding call, you saw it lost back when we had David Irvin and they yelled him and turned him all the way around. And then that tight end made that Michael Jackson catch on the sideline.
Facts.
That pissed me off, man.
Facts.
Pissed me off. But we got a head coach that know the way. He know the way. So why y'all talk he clock manager? Ain't nobody perfect.
Nobody.
If you're looking for perfection in anything, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. Ain't nothing perfect. The only last time team I know that won something perfect were the 72 Dolphins. I'm 15 minutes away from the stadium, and look what they doing. Absolutely nothing. So all y'all Dallas Cowboys fans up there, man, and Cowboy Nation, hold your head up.
Yeah.
Put the jersey on. Go to work. Brag about that star. Show everybody that star, because when you look up, you see the stars, and when you look down and you got to look back up, you're going to see them again. And this is our time. This is our year. We put shut people up like Stephen A. Smith. All them hypocrites on ESPN. Now they all want to come flock on the boat. No, don't listen, Dallas. Listen, players on the Cowboy team. This ain't the Jason Garrett team. When they sit there and listen to ESPN, the Cowboys, they got their heads down. They looking forward. They looking at San Diego, just like not San Diego. I'm sorry, SoFi Stadium. Like Urban said, get your ticket. Your Super Bowl tickets ready.
Right.
That's what they think in their mind.
No doubt, man.
It's all right, like what Amari Cooper said. Amari Cooper said, we think about the Super Bowl, man, but now we the only team we can't talk about it. But all the other teams can talk about Super Bowl. But the Cowboys, we the only team that can't talk about a Super Bowl, right?
Facts.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Appreciate you, 1992, man. It's all year. And hey, Stephen A. we need to get that question from him. You know, the answer from that. Ask why he was at those schools. You know, Kwame Brown said, why was he at those schools? You know.
That's right.
Yeah, somebody asked Stephen A. why he was at those schools, man. If y'all know what I'm talking about. Yo. So Kevin from Long Branch, you live.
Lord Nation.
What's
going
good?
On, brother?
Appreciate you. What you got for this episode?
Man, I'm just calling because I'm excited about these Cowboys. I had to watch that last game and just, that's when you got to watch a game, then overnight. You just got to digest it, think about everything that happened. It's just, and we faced so much adversity that game.
Right.
And usually, back in the day, we would have lost that game 9 out of 10 times. I mean, hands down, with us doing our usual. But the way those players just, I mean, despite the, some early on bad, decisions, they still fought through and managed to get that victory in a great fashion too. And I mean, that's just a credit to the draft, to our depth with nobody, which a lot of people, everybody wants to play the game of trade this guy, trade that guy. No. We're gathering up talent, and championship teams, that's what they do. They have talent all around the ball, and it's good finally that we can live up to that next man up theory.
You're right.
And it's, there's I mean, we saw how it was last season when we got decimated with injuries, and down the line, I'd say the only real weakness we have, honestly, where depth-wise, is just at quarterback. And that was the depth issue at the beginning of the season, and it still is now, because we all know if that goes down, I don't want to see our season go to crap. I at least want us to be competitive at best. You know what I mean? If nothing else.
No doubt, Kevin. No doubt. You're on the money with that. But I just feel like the Dallas Cowboys are looking at it like, if Dak Prescott go down, that's a big if. They'll be ready for the draft, because you already made that bed with Cooper and Will Greer. But it is what it is. I think that he will be all right, though. Dak will be all right.
Yeah. Definitely. I definitely think that. I can't wait for D-Law to come back and change the complexion of the whole defense, because with how everybody's playing, how could you not? If they put me in a Cowboys uniform out there, I'm getting too sad. How can you not feel that energy? Yeah. You're going to want to excel. You're going to want to play hard. You're going to want to give your all for the season in that team. And I feel like when he comes back, I mean, I've seen a lot of championship teams just do it with a hard pass rush on one side and a dominant corner on the other. And it took him far. It took him far. And I think once he comes back, not just that, but he's our best lineman in run support too. So we'll definitely get some more run support on that. But I mean, just the team overall is I haven't seen a team like this in a long time, since the 90s.
No doubt, man. Appreciate you, Kevin. Thank you so much for calling in. All right, we're gonna rock out with these last two callers. 662, you're live. Mississippi number, man. What you got?
What's going on, Law? What's going on?
Talk to me, man.
Man, I see everybody, like from sports media want to complain about Mike McCarthy.
Right.
But, that's like that Eagle game. Because we ain't take the time out doing the second half. I'm like, really? I think that was methodical by him not doing it, Because if took the time out, they had all 3 timeouts with that field position. What they went for it?
Yeah.
And this just the week after when we was a 4th and long and hit the kicker. I ain't just trying to dip our players, but anything could have happened. So it is what it is. I mean, Mike McCarthy is a proven coach to me.
I mean,
and look at
the people that want Mike McCarthy gone, they see something. They know what's about to happen.
Guys, this is what I see with him. Like, when he came in, everybody was questioning, like, why did he keep Kellen? Now everybody praising Kellen. That was all up.
Facts.
Yeah, when I got Dan Quinn, everybody just had Dan Quinn that blew the league in the Super Bowl, blew the league to us. Yeah, that as a head coach. But why y'all ain't comparing about him as a defensive coordinator? Last time he was defensive coordinator, back-to-back Super Bowls. The only reason why the Seahawks didn't win the second one was because of the offense.
You know what? Somebody need to write an article, and it's going to get thousands and thousands of views and clicks. The Dallas Cowboys with the leftovers. Because this is what we got. We got nothing but leftovers. Yeah. Joe Philbin, he's a leftover. Dan Quinn, a leftover. Johnny Bones, a leftover. Mike McCarthy, he's the main course, the leftover. Excuse me, Kellen Moore, right? He was a leftover from Jason Garrett administration. They need to have a title that said the Dallas Cowboys winning with leftovers, So I can't wait. Somebody need to write that article.
And then another thing before I go, is the fact everybody like Cowboys beating these weak teams.
Right.
Look at Tampa. They said, look how great Tampa is. Tampa barely beat the same New England Patriots we had. Brady only put up 1 touchdown. No one ain't talking about that. No one ain't talking about how he blew out the Dolphins. I mean, the Dolphins, they the new Browns. The Browns are old. They ain't talking about none of this, but when it comes down to the Cowboys, that's why we're America's team, most talked about team in the NFL.
Man, you spitting at me, man. I should have had an umbrella.
They got to find something to complain about.
No doubt, man. I appreciate you so much, man. What part of Mississippi you from, fam?
In the Delta, Clarksdale.
Clarksdale. You know about Ruleville. That's where my people are from.
Oh, yeah, right. Just not too far from.
Gentry High and all of that,
Yeah.
Yeah. Appreciate you. That's where my mom and peoples are from, man. Appreciate you, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Might be second cousins, man. All right, Clarksdale is a good location, too. That's for Morgan Freeman. 206, you live. Is MJ?
What up? Yes, it's your boy MJ from LA, brother.
What's
You're
up?
Still killing it. What's up, family?
I'm good,
Next time you come to LA, you got to make sure you call me now so I can take care of you.
Man, no, I go down there, pet neck of the woods here and there. So I'm gonna write your number down right here. Hold on, wait, don't move. Write it down on this book. All right, I got you, man. I got you.
Got it. Yeah, keep that number, family. I'm gonna take care of you when you come down. And man, I'm saying everybody that's listening to your show, let's take one game at a time, guys.
Yeah.
Because I'll be nervous. You know why I'll be nervous? Because we still missing that bulldog in the middle. Now 75 is coming home.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you something.
You mean 97, right? You said about 97.
Yeah.
Osa. Yeah. I got you.
Osa cold-blooded. 97, I'm telling y'all something. When your boy Gallimore come back and Tristan Hill, I'm telling you, watch how much penetration they're going to get on the quarterback in the middle. Because we still hurting in the middle a little bit. Because 91, he okay, but he's not like Tristan Hill. Tristan Hill is younger, more powerful, and I bet y'all some money. I know Tristan Hill been listening to everybody talking that smack like he's going to get cut. Have y'all noticed why they haven't cut him? They seeing something. They watched that film with that sorry defense last year. He was the only one getting penetration. And then we need our boy come back from Kentucky, the corner, the 4-3, 4-2 guy.
Yeah.
We need him. Joseph, yeah.
Kelvin,
so once he really complete the middle of that field, that's when guys on here, that's when you'll see McCarthy call timeout. He don't call timeout, just like you just said, Law. He kind of feel kind of nervous if he called timeout and then they get the ball back and hit us for a 25-yarder. Now they're in field goal range. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
That's why I can see, too, because I'll be nervous, too. I'll be, oh, man, they might hit us for a big one. We ain't there yet. We almost.
But see, they would talk about clock management with the Cowboys, but they are not going to talk about it with Sean McDermott over there in Bills land. They're not going to talk about that over there. What he did with that last minute.
Last night.
Did you see anybody? Because I didn't watch the 4-letter network. Can somebody help me out? Were they talking about his clock management?
No. They said a good deal. He was going for the juggler.
Good deal. A risk, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's what he was going for, the juggler. So, like I said, we almost there, but and one more thing, guys. They're not really a center. He okay. He's still young.
He's young, yeah.
By next year, he'll be stronger. But 52? Come on, man. Come on, 52. Hey, I want my boy in there, 66.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they figuring things out. They're figuring things out, man. They're going to figure something out.
Yeah. Put 66 in Williams' place. But they trying to make sure he get a good contract. Forget that. I want 66 in there. I'm telling you.
MJ, you spitting the truth, man. You spitting the truth. Appreciate you so much for calling in, man.
All right, family, hit me up and salute to all your fans.
No doubt, man. My fans are your fans. All right, Cowboy Nation fans, I really appreciate everybody for tuning in for this episode. I've gone longer than what I was supposed to on this episode. Goodbye. You know, she did the CD Lamb. Goodbye. You know, longer than what I was supposed to do on this episode. I was supposed to jump in. I said to myself, I'm gonna do like an hour or so. You know, and I'm quite sure I'm beyond an hour. And that's what happened when you talk to friends, family. And I want people to understand this. I know, I get it. We can joke, but let's be supportive of DeMonte Kazee. Let's be supportive of him. Hope all is well. It can be a family member of yours tomorrow. It can be you yourself, you know, next week. So DUIs are things that we have to pay close attention to. And, of course, if you lost a loved one due to somebody being under the influence, I get it. There's nothing to be like, oh, man, you know, Law trying to be positive out of it. But I don't think anybody was harmed. But let this be a wake-up call. Let it be a wake-up call. On top of that, this message may not be for him, believe it or not. This message might be for another player. You know what I'm saying? That's on this team that's more pivotal. Who knows? Who absolutely knows? And the good man upstairs got mysterious ways of working on some things. He do. So put your prayers together for Kazee. Hope all is well. He learned from this moment. He made a bad mistake, right? No, excuse me, decision. You know, mistakes and decisions are different. But you got to be like that knot that's tied on a rope. When the opposing forces pull on that knot, it tend to get stronger. It tend to get even harder to break a loose. And this is how this team should be. Not when you make your first bad decision, you get rid of them, you know. Yeah, no, just because he had the Waukesha, you know what I'm saying, in that cup. I don't know. But it is a moment in time when you're up against the struggles. Meet it squarely face to face. Lift your chin, set your shoulders, plant your feet, and take a brace. When it's vain to try to dodge it, do the best that you can do. You may fall. You may conquer. See that thing through. Black may be the clouds about you, and your future may seem grim, but don't let your nerve desert you. Keep yourself in fighting trim. If worse is bound to happen, in spite of all that you do, remember, you're facing what other legends have met. Keep your head high, eyes through the finish. See this thing through, DeMonte Kazee. And if you want a thing bad enough to go out there and fight for it, to work day and night for it, to give up your time and your peace and your sleep for it, if all of your desires of it makes you quite mad enough that you don't get tired of it, and it makes you hold all other things tawdry and cheap for it. If life itself seems empty and useless without it, and all that you scheme and dream is about it, if you'll gladly go out there and sweat for it, fret for it, and lose all terror of God or man for it. If you will simply, just simply go after the thing you want with all of your capacity, strength and sagacity, with faith, hope, and confidence, and stern pertinacity. If neither poverty, cold, or famish, or fame, or sickness, or body, or brain can turn you away from the thing you want. Come on, Cowboy Nation, I know you guys feel me. If dogged and grim and besieged and besetted, with the help of Almighty Cowboy Nation, you will get it. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, you're listening to nothing but the best. Now it's time to roll credits. Come on. The philosophy of the mind, the philosophical way of doing these things. Let's go. Hope in time you guys understand the message. Let's go.
Nowadays, nothing really excites me. Only one of me.
Roll credits brought to you by Graphic Zone HD, my dog. 100 grand. Let's go. Appreciate y'all. One love. DC for life, yeah.
Hit the door and the dome and just
Hey.
whole team here, might need some.
Come on.
Still young, but I move like a new deal to my lawyer. If you're down in my management,
Hey.
I'm just warming up, wait till I
Appreciate everybody support this channel, man.
Different colors in my baggy light. Chalk it up. Talk of the time when you're talking up. Wanna
come
get you a
on.
ring and you tough enough. Wanna get you
Mr.
new things,
Williams,
you
appreciate
pocket
you.
up. Run it up. I used to be quiet and
Potato, I see you. Jesse.
the hate and the jealousy. My mama telling me count up your blessings and run it up.
Noble
Nowadays, nothing really
Appreciate
excites me.
it.
Only one
Yeah.
of me and nobody like me. Phone ringing
Come on.
and I tell him it's I got
Appreciate
my
everybody
phone
who
blinging shit.
subscribed.
Freeze, photo,
Thank you.
please, no photos,
Oh.
G's, no, please.
I
no
got you,
photos.
Greg
Keep
Berry.
giving game away.
So let me borrow 20. What's your cash out? I got
paid
you.
to play today. I get paid to stay away.
Come on.
I get paid on rainy days. I might make it rain today. I got paid off pain today. Thought it'd take the pain away. In my own lane, finger roll. I would never sell my only soul.
There's a fire
Heard
on
your
the
whole
thing.
team wants
Hey.
to sell. Heard this on the market for
Not
the low.
ours.
Who the realest, we might never know. All this acting, you gon' play a role. Give you the world when they sign you up. Try you out and then they line you up. Now you're looking hungry, ribs are touching, need some food. Now you're all on live acting surprised, but you was fooled. Boy, get out the way, it's been a day, now you're old news.
Roll Tide, I see you. Don't forget, shout out time, baby. Shout out time.
I got wifey on blinging she freeze, photo, please.
But
photos.
can we get a moment of silence right quick? Yo, baby! I love rubbing it in on those Eagles. Hey, it's the bye week time, baby. And if you absolutely think that the Eagles gonna win this weekend, and the Giants gonna win this weekend, and the Washington team gonna win this weekend, it ain't happening. Let's go.
I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Told her if it's all me, everything
Add
is
it up,
on me.
baby.
Back it up.
Noble Royalty, Iceberg Kelvin, I see you, man. Jay Lombardi, say hit that shame again. If you don't like Law Nation and you watching all the way to this point and you have not subscribed,
This once a month, I don't rap much. I just hit the money and go stack up. Only buying car to get tatted up.
shout out to Miss Lady Jackie Smith. I see you. We love you. I appreciate you for all of the things you do for the nation.
Fell in love with the bankroll. Pray up, get money,
Come
then
on.
we lay low.
He needs some milk.
Come on. Now, if you just don't like Law Nation, I agree. Come on. Hey, we sent out the items. So, I'm talking about authentic items, not none of that stuff that fades when the water hit it. So be sure when you make your donations, you get love and adulations from me. So be sure to be in the next drawing. Make the donation, support the nation, share, subscribe, drop those stars. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Really appreciate you guys. Let's slow it down just a little bit. Hey, ho, let it go. Come on, you grabbing. Come on, grinding with the nation, baby. It's all right, Kazee. Shouldn't let the street lights hit you. Got to get that thing going when you get it right. Got to get you a lady, man, so she can be doing all of the driving, right? Chris Carter was right. Got to get you a fall guy, right? I'm for real. See, that lady will make sure you ain't out at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone. You know
It's danger, baby. Come on, come on. Let the world spin.
the street lights hit you. Can I be your player too?
Play the tune, baby. Appreciate y'all.
Wherever you go, whatever you do, play it too.
Shout out to you, Miss Jackie. I'm glad you made it home safely. Come on. Y'all see it. Emmett. And another one. Shout out to you, Sugar Daddy. One. Williams. Shout out to you, Kelly.
Don't let the street lights hit you all alone.
Iceberg Kill, you're right. Danger. Come on, baby.
Don't let the street lights hit you. Can I be your play it too? I'll follow wherever you go.
Appreciate everybody with the cash apps.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far. So far, so far.
Come on.
If a paper crane can fly, then forever doesn't feel that far.
I want me some Roy.
Come on, Jerry. It's too early for that.
If a paper crane can fly,
Watch this note. This note.
fly on, fly on, fly on,
I can hit this note.
fly on.
Shout out to you, Perry Lock. We out, Cowboy Nation. One love. DC for life. I Shaniqua, Pookie, and Ray Ray. Y'all know how this thing goes. Right. Mama, I love you. I know you're watching.
Really tough and they're really
And my mom is a diehard Saints fan, by the way. See how we got this thing going?
inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because
No
you
doubt.
don't know who
One love. Salute. Come on. Sadiq, appreciate you.
How about them Cowboys? And I pray all is good with Kazee.
No final word tonight. It's vacation mode for those fellas. But y'all know, Law Nation, I don't sleep. This does a reverse effect to me. When I sleep, I lose energy. Let that sink in. Nick, appreciate you. Shout out to you, Pose. That was one of the greatest little jokes right there I read. I'm not gonna yell this one out in the airways, but you crazy, man. Kelly, yeah, you crazy. Cops arrested him because, oh my gosh. Kelly, you crazy. Let's go. Not all ladies. I feel you, Sadiq. You're right. Pop said, get you one woman and be satisfied, though. Can't be out 3 o'clock in the morning. Get you one lady and be satisfied.
stuff and nothing's working, but there's something inside of you that says, I just have to follow that. Because you don't know who you're